Okay, look at that. We're actually on time today. Isn't that crazy? Let me see here. I'm basically... Let me make sure I have all my things. Okay, we can just get right into it then. Cool. Cool. Journey more Pankh. We're finishing things tonight. I don't care how long it takes. We are finishing this tonight. It could only be 14 more chapters, so... Not too much. Right. I believe we left off on chapter 3, yes? The young Indiana Jones, so we're gonna start with chapter 4. Let's go. Intersecting lines. Look, fate is woven from the threads of coincidence. Oh, Christ, heaven, come on. There we go. Ouch, it hurts. How come there are so many of them? Like overgrown grass, more and more statues are coming out of the walls, no matter how many Matilda destroys. Matilda lies against the sharp gravel on the ground. She covers her waist and gasps in pain. Not good. Not good. Think, Matilda. Blood is running out from between her fingers unstoppably, taking away her vitality like a water pump does. The statue in front of her raises the umbrella in its hand. Her hands drenched in blood, she can no longer hold the orb.
Get on your feet.
Oh, hello.
Huh?
Eh? The moment she hears the strange voice, Matilda regains strength in her limbs.
Huh?
Yeah. She can't help but bounce up like a puppet controlled by some invisible threads.
Well done, little diviner. Ramaniyani Ariyani.
My legs, they healed themselves. Or where are the wounds?
Close your eyes. Don't look at anything. The illusions will destroy your will.
Wait, that was...
The illusion was okay.
Mayura Abiratani.
Silence and cold fall again, as if nothing has happened. Matilda looks down at her legs, slapping them to check if she's dreaming. ... However, they're smooth, nimble, and healthy. There are no signs of injury on her skin other than the light red marks from the slaps.
Est une sorte de compétence
How
arcanique
come?
hallucinante.
Is it some kind of hallucinating arcane skill?
You are the lady from the train station.
She looks at the lady in confusion.
Looks like part of our destinies are now tied together, kid.
Alabama responds to her with a reassuring smile.
What are you doing here? I don't think this place is open to tourists.
Something is churning imperceptibly in the dark.
They are coming again! Is it another illusion?
Hands, hands, and more hands. The familiar dark yellow statues are like newly hatched creatures, slimy and ugly. They are trying hard to break the shell of darkness.
No, they're not.
Eat it.
Please, stay behind me.
Kalabana sounds a bit confused.
ये तो बिल्कुल असली लगते हैं.
They look real.
Watch out! Oh, they are coming again! Move!
Are you alright?
Hiding behind the rock, Kalabana carefully brushes away Matilda's milky blonde hair
Not illusions this time.
to find a wound.
अरे,
Too bad.
धक्के
Damn it, how did
कुमार
Kumar
ने
do
कैसे
this?
किया?
How did Kumar do this?
Ah, the pain. What is happening now? I was only here for...
Sorry, but it's not the time for explaining. We're at the exit soon. Remember, leave this village as soon as possible after you're out. Do not...
Eh? Before she finishes the words, Kalabana seems to have sensed danger within the complete man, and immediately rolls to the side while covering Matilda's head. Huge rocks fall to the ground. The rock they hid behind is now a pile of powder. The cave shakes under the strikes of the statues.
Hey!
It's the boy. They hear a strange voice.
Watch your head!
Kalabana seems quite nervous. Her arms are holding Matilda even more tightly. A familiar figure leaps onto the statue's shoulder and raises his fist. The left half of the statue's face flies across the cave.
Huh. Harder than I thought. Dad hadn't told me those statues could move.
Thanks, Shamani. Very cool.
Again!
The giant statue breaks into pieces under his fist and falls to the ground.
Huh. That's dangerous. Sorry. Though you have a very impressive appearance as a statue, your attitude and manner are problematic. Huh.
What? Wow. Kalabana grips Matilda's sleeves gently, pulling her one step to the side. The next moment, the falling rocks graze their hair and smash into the ground. The cave goes quiet again. The debris of the statue piles up in front of them. A huge rock is cast aside. The man emerges from the ruins, patting the dust off his broad shoulders. Almost got killed.
Hey, you guys alright? These things are freaky.
As he speaks, he waddles down from the huge pile of rocks and walks toward Matilda.
So, do you know where they came from? My head almost got smashed when I reached the entrance.
He walks at a slow pace, but he keeps his tongue busy.
मुझे यह जगह छोड़े हुए 11 या शायद 12 साल हो गए. I'm welcomed by these things as soon as I'm back.
It's been 11 or
What a
maybe
surprise.
12 years since I've left this place. I'm welcomed by these things as soon as I'm back. What a surprise, huh?
Huh?
Eh?
Is he talking to us?
The man walks over to Matilda. His eyebrows are drawn together in bewilderment.
Wait,
But quickly, his face brightens up.
aren't you the little one from the train station? I helped get your stuff back. Remember me?
The man quickly wipes his face, hoping that Matilda can see him more clearly.
Huh? Oh,
His tall figure takes her back to the train station.
it's you! The man bitten by the thief!
Yeah, that's me. That was one merciless bite.
He cracks a smile.
Huh, what a happy coincidence. Well, maybe this is not the best place for a reunion, but the occasion is not for us to decide. Oh, I should introduce myself this time. The name is Shemaine.
Oh, it's
Sorry, I
Shemaine. I
wasn't
always thought it was
helping hand
Shemaine.
earlier and let that kid get away.
Shemaine.
But this time I have made it up to you. Huh? Huh?
Oh,
I like this guy. He's so chill. Matilda casts a hesitant glance at the ruins.
you have made it up, I guess.
I guess.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Calabana raises a hand and interrupts them.
But I think this place is safe only for now. It'd be a wise choice to leave as soon as possible.
She speaks a bit faster.
And I mean more than this cave. Actually, are you tourists? I'm hoping you can leave this village in a couple of days.
Hmm?
I know this sounds weird, but you need to trust me.
She reaches inside the pocket of her coat and tries to take out a stack of files.
Huh? That... कहाँ है मेरी पहचान?
Damn, where's my ID? Her finger slips and the files litter the floor.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy, lady. Take your time. We're listening.
Shemaine hunkers next to her, helping her pick up the files.
Here's your ID. Miss Kala Bona. Hold it.
Thank you.
Calabana reaches for the card, but he doesn't loosen his hand.
Hmm?
Yeah. Shemaine points at her waist with a shocked look on his face. She follows his gaze and looks down. A pair of tortoiseshell spectacles hangs on her belt, one temple broken.
Nahi.
This
Galat
is...
nahi ho sakta.
No, I can't be wrong.
How come you have Kumar stuff on your belt?
Oh. Oh, they speak such natural Hindi. I don't know. I don't understand Hindi. But I'll take your word for it. Damn. All right, cool. It's always nice to have like the native languages. Like Art Knights does it as well, and I'm super happy for that. Without conscious thought, she tightens her grasp on her ID. Also, welcome in, Pebbles. Sorry, welcome in. You
You know Kumar?
Kumar? Who's that?
Thanks, Matilda. Matilda returns to their side with the file she found nearby.
And what's with the shock? I thought we need to leave now.
She mumbles in confusion and picks up the last piece of paper on the ground.
Bon, c'est le dernier? Laisse-moi voir. Page 1, page 2...
Okay, that's the last one. Let me see. Page 1, page 2. As she speaks, the files are flattened, moved around, and rearranged.
Page 5.
Page 5, huh? She stops at a page with familiar content.
Quoi?
What? It is a data analysis chart. Some notes hastily written in graceful handwriting and left next to it. Some words are even highlighted with question marks.
Ces papiers parlent d'énergie céleste. Et exactement de celle sur laquelle je veux m'exercer.
These papers are on celestial energy and exactly the one I want to practice on.
C'est ça. L'analyse sur l'énergie arcanique est très similaire à celle des documents que j'ai trouvés.
That's right. The analysis on the arcane energy is very similar to that in the materials I
Mais
found.
pas complètement.
Not completely.
Celui-ci semble...
This one looks... The black curves in the chart make her stomach sink. Her gaze slides down the page and fixes on a word with a question mark next to it.
Manuscrit dicté?
I didn't think Manus would show up in this one. Dang. What? Alright, so madness are players. I was not expecting that. Right, chapter 5, the air. Oh, I have a thing that I didn't get here. I didn't even get it the first time. Every person has a beginning and an end. As someone who grew up in Delhi, this event sorry makes me so happy. Oh, that's really cool, man. Yeah, I mean, the premise I think is super interesting. I like the stars and we got temples coming to life. And I'm assuming I know Kumar's the bad guy. I don't know why she's the bad guy. What a good meal. Chira.
कुछ होना चाहिए था ना उसे कोई राक्षस तो नहीं खा जाएगा
Still nothing happened after so long. She won't really be eaten by some monster, right? Forget it.
हे भगवान रक्षा करना उस घमंडी मूर्ख
Oh no.
जो भाग निकला ओ और मेरे लिए सारा खजाना छोड़ गया
Lord, whoever bless that stupid moron has escaped from there. Oh, and without the treasures. Kanjuro wipes her mouth with the hem of her skirt and steps into the cave.
संभल के
Be careful. Don't be spotted. Oh.
वो ठीक है वो गहराई में क्या कर रही है वो दोनों कौन है
She's fine. What is she doing in the depths? Who are those two? She quietly climbs on a rock nearby. Oh.
मुझे नहीं पता था कि यहाँ इतनी सारी चट्टानें हैं ठीक है चढ़ते रहो लगभग पहुँच गए
I didn't know there were so many rocks here. Okay, keep climbing. Almost there. She kicks her dusty feet in the air, struggling to climb onto a raised edge of the rock. Eh? Something grabs her ankle.
ये क्या है
What is it? She frowns and looks down. It's another statue. It is a severed hand. Ah. Impulsively, Kanjira kicks her leg. The hand, already covered with many cracks, is thrown into the air and smashes into pieces on the ground. Is that a hand? Whose hand is it? Where does it come from? Her heart beats violently. She holds her breath and gathers enough courage to look closer.
ये पत्थर है क्या
It's stone. She tentatively touches a lump with her fingertip. Nothing happens. Feeling relieved, she starts putting them back together. Looks like I'm early today. Yes, we just started. We're on chapter 5 right now. We just beat up a bunch of statues. And met Shemaine. Again.
ऐसा लगता है कि ये वहाँ मौजूद बदसूरत मूर्तियों में से एक है अरे ये क्या हिल सकती हैं
Looks like one of those ugly statues in there, so they can move.
वाओ ये बिल्कुल वैसा ही है वैसा ही
It's just like the... There's a twinkle of excitement in her eyes.
किताब की कहानी की तरह
Like the story in the book.
हाँ ये सही है वो खजाने की रखवाली करने वाले गोलेम
I love this music, it's so good. That's right, those golems guarding the treasure.
वो सच है मैं जानती थी और वो अजगर जो महल को खाता है वो रत्न जो समुंदर को तोड़ता है खुल जा सिम सिम
They're true, I knew it. And the dragon that eats the castle, the gem that smashes the sea, open sesame.
मिस शर्जा झूठ बोल रही है वो परी कथाएं नहीं है
Miss Serja is lying, they are not fairy tales.
इसमें कोई आश्चर्य नहीं कि उसके दो सहायक हैं वो खजाना खोजने वाले हैं उन्होंने रक्षकों को हराया है
No wonder she has two helpers, they're the treasure hunters, they beat the guards. She nods at her thought, overjoyed by the conclusion.
ओ हाँ बस छुपकर उनका पीछा करो और मुझे कम से कम थोड़ा सा खजाना मिल जाएगा जो वो पीछे छोड़ गए हैं जैसे कासिम ने तराजू से सिक्का निकाला था
Oh yes, just follow them secretly and I will get at least a bit of the treasure they leave behind. Just like how Qasim got this coin from the scales. She is heartened by the plan. He turns around, nimbly jumps on that rock again, and quietly follows the others in the cave.
Okay. I think I understood every Hindi word, but none of them make any sense anymore when put together.
In the messy cave, the three of them look at each other speechlessly. Tremaine is patting himself on the head, trying to understand Kalabauna's words one by one.
You're saying Kumar. That Kumar I know? The sister whom I've only seen once in my life.
Is also my tutor in the university.
It wasn't so hard to understand.
Yes, he's a bad guy associating with the Manus.
Manus? Matilda slowly puts down the files.
So these abnormal growth curves, the fluctuation of celestial energy is a man-made result?
Actually, I'm not 100% sure about their association. But yes, your conclusion about the growth curves is right.
Calabauna calmly takes over the files.
The fluctuation was caused by an unnamed celestial body, and its existence is only known to Kumar and me. It was the object of our research at Banner University. At that time, we found some Arcanum-related materials very helpful for our project. But then...
Chased out. She gently shakes her head.
She was way too radical. Arcanum is strictly prohibited in the field of human science, and we were expelled from the university. After that, our disagreement got even worse. In the end, we took different paths, but apparently, neither of us gave up on the research. We could frequently feel the existence of each other from the changes of the celestial body, and one day, I found an abnormality during the observation. The energy never fluctuated in such a fierce and peculiar way. I decided to contact her, but when I finally found the lab she had worked in, the staff told me she had already left.
He looks at Matilda.
Our common friend told me she had seen Kumar by coincidence. She saw her leave with the Manus.
Calabauna spreads her fingers and shows Matilda a dusty stone in her left palm. Despite the misshapen outline, the stone seems to be a little idle.
And I found this from what she left behind. I compared it to the hole in the wall. It does come from this cave, and it has something to do with the Arcanum-related materials on that celestial body. But Kumar never makes mistakes. This one is more like a clue she left to me.
I don't understand her.
Judging from the situation, apparently I'm not the only one invited.
She raises her right hand, showing them the wrinkled envelope. There is a blue postmark on the envelope and an elephant pattern on the bright yellow seal. Inside the envelope there is a worn piece of paper with nothing on it.
Oh, this is getting even stranger than seeing those moving statues. Like I said, I am, well, to be more precise, I almost am the last living member of my family.
Sounds like he wants to correct that. Damn. Shemaine points at the majestic elephant on the seal.
This stamp was supposed to come from a special seal that belongs to the heir of the family. Unfortunately, it was passed down to me, and I lost it to a bear many years ago. I checked the postmark on the envelope and found the letter came from this remote cave where even rock pigeons don't bother to pay a visit. Since it is highly unlikely that the bear with my seal in its belly would take transport all the way to a cave to send me a letter, I decided to come here myself and find out what this was all about. But there's one thing I found weird in what you said.
Shemaine hesitates about what he is going to say.
As far as I know, my sister is even worse than unqualified. If taken as an arcanist, she's almost like a human. It's nearly impossible for her to use the most basic arcane skills.
Oh, so Kumar's kind of shit at
Yes.
that. He opens both his palms and gestures in the direction of the broken statues on the ground.
This is not something a random person from our world can do. Is she really able to control these things?
No, she can't.
No.
But she has a solution. A solution even I'm not aware of. Theoretically, our skills can only create illusions and nothing more. But if the man is really offered to help her, even though I don't want to think this way, she may be able to do that.
Oh, I forgot the menace part. Alright. All I know is, if this letter is really an invitation from her, I guess this won't be a delightful trip for me.
I've heard about that incident in her family, and I don't think her ultimate purpose is just to gather us here.
She turns around and looks at Matilda with a serious but sincere expression.
Thank goodness I met you here, young lady. Can't believe I ran into a Foundation investigate.
Don't mind the title. Every member of the Foundation is obliged to contribute to the cause of peace, let alone an arcanist as extraordinary as I am.
Matilda just doesn't miss a beat, does she?
Ma Saraswati ka vardaan hai.
That's great. Saraswati blessed me.
Yeah, exactly. How fortunate the Foundation has been to have such an excellent subordinate like I am.
I hereby apply for assistance to the Foundation as an astronomy professor and an arcanist.
Oh, shit.
Yes, Miss Calabauna?
Rather than find Kumar and the Manis, we have something more important to do now.
Something more important?
We need the Foundation's assistance to evacuate the villagers and tourists in Pankh village as soon as possible, because that near-Earth asteroid... No, it's not an asteroid. That celestial body we study, not able to be observed by human technology, is approaching this village at a dangerous speed. It reaches level 5 on Torino scale and 0.01 on Palermo scale.
What?
Eh?
In brief, the meteor shower that is occurring during Deepa festival will become a disaster of meteoroids. I tried to ask organizations in the surrounding areas for help, but this village is out of Chandigarh's jurisdiction. Besides, the villagers refuse to accept help from any social organizations related to humans. The good news is, there are still days before the Deepa festival starts. We still have time to evacuate the people. Meanwhile, I will do whatever I can to find Kumar and stop her, no matter what her next step is. If the Foundation offers its assistance, I will provide any support when needed.
So, this is her real?
Yes. In this case, what happened in the caves was probably nothing more than an experiment. I'm not sure why she's doing this, but I won't allow such an abuse of our hard work. It is our work after all. That's why I must stop the star from falling.
She's literally calling down a meteorite. What the hell? Eh? Damn it.
Did you guys hear anything?
Oh no, they found her. The small figure vaults deftly over the wall, running down the road in the opposite direction.
ये अब तक की खराब, सबसे खराब परिकथा है.
This is the worst fairy tale ever.
यहाँ कोई खजाना नहीं है, और अब तो यहाँ चट्टानें भी नीचे गिर
reset.
रही हैं.
It has no treasures, and now even rocks are falling down. Come on, you can do it. There we go.
मुझे वापस जाना है.
I have to go back
और सभी को चेतावनी देनी
and
है.
warn everyone. She seems to know the place well. She takes a few turns, climbs over another wall, and lands in a deserted yard. Run,
अजय, इन सबको ले जाओ और
run, HR. You need to take everyone to.
मैं थक गई हूँ.
I'm out of breath.
Conjura?
Jiro?
Miss Sharja, why? How you find this place?
Of course I can find it. It's your secret base, right?
She reaches out and drags the nervous-looking girl to herself.
A secret base in others' house without the owner's permission? Well.
No, Miss Sharja. It's not time to judge me. Something huge just happened.
Sorry, sweet jalebi. Your tricks never worked on me.
Her name, or is that like a title or a nickname? Serja catches the ear of the troublemaker.
Got a jar to steal? Broke into an old house? Let me check your pocket. I knew it! Whose wallet is this? Did you forget what I've taught you?
Yes, I do all these. I'm sorry, Miss Serja, but let me down. It's too late. If we don't leave now, the village is going to destroy.
What are you babbling about this time?
It's real, not lie. I even run all the way back from the shrine like idiot and leave tuk-tuk I borrow from Uncle Sirha there.
You went to the shrine and ate the offerings again? Young miss?
I'm really sorry, but you must believe me this time. Where are the others? Where they go? We must tell them now. They must take train and leave this place today.
They went to the street for business. What on earth is happening?
Listen to me.
Conjurer stops, drawing a huge circle in the air with her hands.
I'm catched by a stone hand in the shrine's cave, and I see the treasure hunters. I hear what they say. They say a big stone called meteorite will fall and smash the village when Deepa festival start.
Honey, I told you. They're just fairy tales.
Oh no.
No, it's true. Those statues actually move.
Inside the old house, Conjura is so busy persuading Serja that she has not noticed the approaching footsteps from outside the door.
Broken, but that's okay.
Oh, is this his old house?
Though Kumar hasn't come here very often in the past years, it's a good place to start with.
Okay. Matilda.
You are...
The two groups look at each other in silence through the door. As the silence goes on, Matilda notices the wallet in Serja's hand.
Hey, that's in your hand. Is that my wallet?
Oh. My wallet? The air. Let's see this. There is no end to trouble here. Leave all you can before trouble comes knocking with Marshal Baton's at your hand. Only problem is just a fight, alright. Oh, fuck me. We got to use this team? Alright.
At your command. Brave decision. Now dance.
I don't actually know what Shimane does. I thought Shimane does. I have him. I don't. He's not level.
Be careful, young man. Be careful, young man. Oh, I can't agree more.
I think it is apple.
Affirmative.
Oh, units.
Extraction of the
It's
rain.
an interesting place.
Fine.
This one.
Your command.
I know how to do it.
Wait, Star loses to Fine. Let's see here. We can probably get a kills. I don't know if the thing is single target or not. Oh, we're about to find out. Sorry, turn it up. Will be enough? Yeah, nice. Oh, there's more. Shit. It's okay, Shimane can do his thing.
Brave decision. Give me a hand, friend.
Interesting
I
team,
can't do
yeah.
this alone.
I understand Shimane and Matilda. I don't know why they gave us Apple. It's a little strange, isn't it? Like, Apple isn't mentioned at all. What the heck? This one. This one.
Combine
This
your
one.
theory and practice.
Everyone has their own destination.
A ravishing rainbow.
Yeah, hold on to that. I should have killed the one that has attacks lined up. It's fine. We just beat him up with this guy.
Breath in.
I can't agree more.
Give me a hand, friends. I can't do this alone.
The star falls towards the sun as the apple drops to the ground.
Thank you, Apple.
Which matters more? Knowledge?
Oh, strength. It's a good thing we didn't exacerbate the issue. That was just a fight. Okay. We did this one. The Sacred Fig. The past has a familiar weight that rests on the shoulders of its heirs. Sacred Fig. Crowded by these many people, the old house seems even shabbier. The five of them sit around a piece of furniture that can barely be used as a table. The awkwardness surrounds them like a naughty bird. It's an interesting simile.
Thank you so much for your understanding, Mr. Sharma and Miss Bhuwanish.
Ah, please, madam. You have my admiration for voluntarily taking care of these kids. Besides, technically speaking, this room doesn't belong to me anymore, but to my sister Kumar. I wish I could leave the house to you for future use.
He gestures for Kalabana.
But you heard what the lady said. I don't even know if the house will survive the meteor.
This is probably not the best time for a sense of humor. Everyone in the room falls into silence. The coming crisis makes them heavy in mind. They sit on the dusted ground. Shemaine magically takes out several ceramic cups from his luggage.
This is the latest batch of Darjeeling tea. Some locals gave it to me when I went across their village. Ah, careful.
Mr. Shawarma, welcome in, Ethan. Welcome in. He touches a cup to feel its temperature and passes out the cups one by one. Matilda snatches Kanjeta's cup angrily. I can read.
You two are in on it together? You've been lying to me all this time? Hey, quiet before Mr. Jha. You don't lose anything, my lady. Please forgive me, will you? Now pass me cookies. I need to fill my belly and
This
get to
girl
work.
has no shame, my lord. Oh, welcome in, Mass. Welcome in.
My apologies, Miss Sharcha. I know this is totally out of the blue.
Kalabana takes out her files again. She has carefully prepared herself to persuade the others.
And the details are yet to be verified. But our valuable time is running out. The last thing we should do is keep on waiting.
Her gaze sweeps the difficult and obscure data and words.
Kalabona.
Her face suddenly brightens up.
My, I think I know this name. I've read the paper co-authored by you and Professor Himani.
Huh? You've read my paper?
Yeah, I'm studying in a public university in Chandigarh. I get to learn a lot of new stuff there. I had a whim to study astronomy before, and I remember reading it in a periodical.
She gesticulates at the papers.
Yes, I'm sure.
Absolutely no
it's the
shame,
same
no,
name.
yeah.
This part and this part. I've read them in your paper, but this one on the side, I don't know anything like it.
It's okay. That one involves the knowledge of Arcanum.
Kalabana relaxes a bit.
Anyway, this is good news. No, great news.
She would even
So
laugh
what are
if she
you
could.
doing in work?
Yeah, Conjura kind of just sort of turned on a dime there, didn't she? Immediately just switched modes.
Oh, I take care of the kids here in my spare time. Most of them are humans, but there are arcanists too.
I see.
So, what are you going to do now?
The question contains both confusion and worry.
I know the top priority is to evacuate the villages. But we don't have much time, since the Deepa festival will start in less than 4 days. Besides, things are complicated in this village.
She frowns at the thought. This could be tricky.
Most of them, including me, had moved to Chandigarh. And the rest of them...
They don't like humans. They don't want to go anywhere else.
I've heard about that on the way here. Most villagers are reluctant to leave no matter what I say. I tried by starting with those young arcanists, but shame it didn't work at all. The silver lining is, we have the helping hand of Miss Boanish. She will try to make contact with the Foundation as soon as possible. But we still need to evacuate every villager we can. We know almost nothing about Kumar's plan now. Not to mention her whereabouts or purpose.
The ice has been broken between them, but their moods have not yet lightened.
Relax. For now, we have two solutions to the problem.
Shemaine raises both his hands, palms up.
First, let's find my clever evil sister so that our astronomer friend can figure out a way to stop the meteor. Or, spread the word and tell everyone to take the earliest train and leave the impact area. It's hard to be optimistic given the situation, but at least there is something we can do to reduce the damage. But if we continue to sit around waiting, the situation will only worsen. Come, let's think.
Makes sense, right? You can't fix it, you might as well just do what you can. Bushes and weeds grow throughout the yard. Matilda finds a relatively open area, taking out a silver device from her pocket with great caution. Cherja and Kanjira, the two people who are most familiar with the village, have set out to evacuate the villagers. Inside the house, Shemaine and Kalabanga are turning the room into a cloud of dust to find any possible clues about Kumar. The only quiet place left for Matilda to perform her duty as Foundation investigator is this long deserted yard.
Génial! Il est finalement utile!
Great, it finally comes in handy. SPF.
SPF-1 portable contact device activated. Welcome.
And we have cell phones.
Arcane skill verification activated. Please make sure you are not equipped with any wands. Read out the random incantation displayed on the screen clearly. Make sure your tone remains stable.
It seems like arcanists in eastern countries like China and India are more tolerant to arcanists, but places like Vienna have the most arcanist discrimination. To a degree, it seems. I mean, China, Pay City, right? That was like centuries ago. That we are talking like huge spans of time. So I don't know if it's indicative. And I mean, maybe they seem more tolerant of arcanists to a degree here in India, but I mean, the arcanists don't necessarily reciprocate, right? They don't feel the same way from what we've seen.
Fuego! Burn!
My lord.
Verification success. Registered user Matilda Buanish. Access level D. No abnormal arcane skill fluctuation detected in the area so far. Level D, access only supports quick report.
Oh no.
Accès insuffisant. La description dit... Donc seul un enquêteur peut demander un renfort via ce système.
Insufficient access. The description says, so only an investigator can request backup through the system.
Alors, à quoi ça sert de le transporter partout? Je pensais que ce serait utile pour les urgences.
What's the point of carrying it around all along? I thought it'd be useful for emergencies.
Non, cela signifie-t-il que je vais rater l'occasion d'étudier l'énergie céleste en plus de gâcher ma chance de capturer le Magnus?
Priorities, man, come on. No, does this mean I will miss the opportunity to study the celestial energy, plus blow my chance to capture the mana?
La réception est terrible ici. Comment est-ce que je vais entrer en contact avec la Fondation?
The reception is terrible here. How am I going to get in touch with the Foundation?
Oh, that doesn't sound like any progress with her. And what I have here is only books. Books and books and books. Nothing else.
I think it's only in that city, not all of India. That's actually possible as well. Yeah, that is true. I mean, it's not like we have really everything else, right? It's just this one place. What I mean, then in these countries, IRL mysticism is oh, that's what you mean. It's mysticism is commonplace, so it makes sense that they would be more accepting of Arcanum. Yes, you have like tradition and superstition and mysticism, like you say. So yeah, I guess it'd be a little bit easier to accept as opposed to a more, modernized, I suppose, country where everyone is
Feeding and management.
where everyone is
Is my
a
sister really an astronomer?
focused more on
Was I
logic and
mistaken
reason.
about anything? Hey, Matilda, if you like, there should be the last 2 pieces of Plera J on the table. Remember to have them with tea, or it's going to hurt your throat and ruin your beautiful voice.
Can't help but feel like he's being sarcastic.
Kanjira was ecstatic about those cookies. She even took 3 pieces with her when she left. I hope that kind human girl would get to the train station safely with those kids. Now, let's take a look at you. What are you doing? Is this the stone Kumar left to you?
Alabama carefully parts the stone. An idol emerges from it.
Vishnu?
Vishnu.
Brahma creates, Shiva exterminates, and Vishnu safeguards the balance of the world, lying on the ocean of stars. According to the materials, well, maybe I should explain it with mythologies for non-researchers. They mentioned 3 idols, but Vishnu's is the only one left, so she must have taken the other 2. Perhaps it's proof that Kumar abandoned the path of maintaining the balance in the first place. That mural there, she said the mythology on it has been passed down in her family.
That's true. I've recited that story at least 20 times. But the part on the mural, to be honest, it feels so out of place to me. It was more like foisted into those well-known myths. Like, a pair of ox horns on a horse's head.
Harrison brings a smile to Calabano's face, but she shakes her head.
An unusual metaphor. But actually, it plays a significant part in connecting all the mythologies we know. These mythologies are the primary material of our research. We've been trying to prove human science with basic arcanum theory. In fact, there is a connection between them, and they can support each other.
She sighs.
If arcanists and humans could get along, I suppose the world would have developed faster than it does now.
Yeah, probably. Sensing Tremaine's confusion, Calabana pauses to reorganize her language.
It's not easy to explain it through, but in short, there is another universe in the shape of an egg affecting reality. We call it the meditator's realm.
Another universe in the shape of an egg affecting reality. World egg? Is that what we're
Just
doing
like our daily
here?
dreams,
Is
you
that
can
what this
enter it
is?
once you fall asleep. But that's not how we do it. We connect part of our gnosis with the realm through a special kind of meditation. It's not as easy as it sounds. One needs to either master the meditation skills like we do, or use a special medium as an anchor.
She raises her hand, showing the Vishnu idol to them. I'm getting Lord of Dreams type shit.
The original translation of the realm. An existence that cannot be observed through the methods in this world can be located as long as it is included in mythology. That's how we located that star.
It's interesting. Okay.
Sadly, if we can't prove its existence with data recorded by human technology, our discovery is useless.
I'm surprised. For all this time, she has never given up on studying the old arcanum tale of our family.
You can even say she's fanatic about it. It's just...
Calabana frowns.
Indeed, we can do a lot of supernatural things in the realm. If your mind is calm or your anchor is strong enough, you can even do whatever you want. But it's limited inside there. Remember I said it's like our daily dreams? Just think of it as a controllable one. everything in the realm is created based on reality. In other words, it's nothing but a mirror, and the images in a mirror can never affect reality. It's impossible to bring anything into the realm, not to mention taking anything out. But the statues in the cave actually exist in this world. They are tangible. That means she's gone much further than I do. She mastered a method I'm not aware of. What bewilders me is her arcane skill. How did she do that if not for the Manus' help?
Oh, come on. She also knows that cave a lot better than I do, right?
Jermaine goes to the book pile on the other side of the room and casually opens the underground survival guide on top.
We never hung out much. How long did she stay in the village on her last visit? A month maybe? Or 2 weeks? I'm not sure. I even crushed her glasses by accidentally sitting on them. Those are the same glasses you have on your belt. At that time, I thought she was a distant relative I don't know of. After all, it's rare to meet someone so clever and open-minded in this village. I even lent this room to her. This was my secret basement, you know. But only after we parted did my father tell me that she's my sister, the daughter they sent away for lack of arcanum talent.
And Arcanus are kind of
I
fucked,
do
man.
remember those days roughly. Back then, I couldn't find her in the institution. I was all alone for a long time.
What happened to her has inevitably affected me. I grew more and more rebellious against the family rules. It's like a story full of cliches. Giving up the training, refusing to listen to my father, skipping all the practice I could possibly avoid. I didn't want to be the blockhead hedged by the so-called family heritage. Of course, at the end of the story, I paid my price for breaking away.
And its house caught on fire. He raises the rough prosthesis and stops turning the pages.
But I think for her, it is even harder to break free.
He gently takes out a photo from the book.
I guess her plan is to invite me over to this dump full of bad memories. And swoosh, boom, smash all the annoyances with a star. That's a solemn ending. Pity the ones she hates are all gone now.
Alabama takes the photo from him.
But how come you're invited too? Did you upset her as well?
That's a good point. Hatred could be the most likely reason. Actually, we didn't get along well after we left the university.
Alabama touches the girl in the photo with her fingertip.
Ever since our identities as arcanists were exposed, we couldn't stay in the institution anymore. That's also the beginning of our disagreement. I always thought that, on the way to proving myself, ourselves, we were each other's only friend and best partner. How could I finish my study in campus full of humans without her?
The small idol in her palm is a bit cool to the touch.
But then, my mind was changed.
Her voice lowers.
I wouldn't have connected Kumar with the Manus Vindictae if Hermione's words were all I heard. But I know that was not the first time they made contact.
You mean...
Yes. I don't know the reason, but the Manus has contacted her long ago. She gave them the cold shoulder at the time. But I knew something inside her had changed. Soon after that, she left me, taking all the materials with her. I know the only thing I can do to meet her again is keep walking on the way to study that celestial body. That will lead me to her one day. As I said, we could frequently feel the existence of each other from the changes of the celestial body. But she could always find more information than I do, because the traces left by Arcanum are more obvious than those left by science. This connection between us conveyed my belief to her that one day we would meet again as colleagues. I just didn't expect that this would be the final outcome of my observation, or that we would end up on the opposite sides.
Can there be any lamer stories to tell than these two?
Damn, man.
For now, we can't find more clues in our house. Maybe we should go to the shrine again? How much do you remember the myth of your family? As I just said, that was the primary material of our study.
Oh,
A genius you are, Matilda!
she really just does pop in, doesn't she?
Running and jumping around with hot tea. I sure know the fun within. But at my age, with the benefit of hindsight, I have to tell you to be careful. You might get burned by the tea.
No, it's the spice! The spice in the tea!
More spice to it? I do have a dozen kinds of different spices with me. Looks like you are very used to them in tea.
Exactly! These spices!
Matilda pats herself on the chest proudly.
Now it's time for Matilda to show you her best shot!
You reading?
The orb. Cumin. Oh, you also have clove blossom here. Fantastic.
Alabama picks up a transparent blue crystal to look at it. Yeah, it is still note 6. These chapters are kind of long, aren't they?
The crystal divination. I've spent too much time in the human world to remember the convenience of Arcanum.
If I can foresee any sign about Kumar, our problem will be ended. With the help of the great Matilda, of course.
What you got?
Okay, take a deep breath. Give me your hands. Rest them on top of mine. Yes, like that. Now, think of Kumar in your head.
Oh, she's like scrying. God, those are some gaudy glasses.
Odd.
Station.
Huh?
Ew.
What is this? Is that the train station?
Instead of showing the sign as usual, the fog in the orb grows unexpectedly. It surges and gathers into a mass of black slime. Oh boy. Tremaine and Matilda aren't on the same page at all. No, they're not. No, they are not. Matilda's going at her own pace, and so is Tremaine. Oh boy. Yeah.
There are.
Yeah. Matilda snaps open her eyes.
The manners already reached more Pankh?
They're here. I definitely didn't know the manners were involved, like, for this. Oh, that was a long chapter. Fuck. Alright. The silver bangle. Ding dong, cling clang. These sounds always come at such inopportune times. The silver bangle.
Hurry up, Ajur! Bring those guys too! Take the tuk-tuk to the train station. Here are a few spots in my caravan.
Yes, boss.
Yes, boss. He looks so over it, like he just doesn't want to be here.
No, wait. Where's Sharjah? What took her so long? Wasn't she with you?
I saw her. Went to the other side of the village.
Over there? I remember. That's...
Right.
Sir, please, please trust me.
She's human, right? She wobbles her head while begging with sincerity.
You have to convince your father. It's not like before.
Yeah. Oh,
Sherja, it's not that I don't want to talk to my father.
it's the sun. Look at that. He bends over to place the candle before the stairs, lining it up neatly with the other candles.
You have come to me, I don't know, so many times. Father has already scolded me several times for letting Gina learn all those unorthodox stuff from you. You know, those human books.
His eyebrows furrow and his face grows red with anger.
You can see, even Gina's mother has no help in the kitchen now. I even have to prepare the candles for Deepa festival myself.
No matter what you say, I'm not taking your advice this time. You would better leave before my father comes out. You know how mad he gets when he sees a human.
Hey Rajesh, तुम किससे बात कर रहे हो? तुम फिर से?
Hey Rajesh, who are you talking to? You? You again?
देखिए, कृपया मेरी बात मानिए. ये आपात स्थिति है. पूरी बात समझने का वक्त नहीं है. बस इतना समझा लीजिए कि ये सारा गांव उल्कापन से तहस-नहस हो जाएगा. आप और आपके परिवार को तुरंत यहाँ से चले जाना चाहिए.
Sir, please listen to me. It's an emergency. I can't tell you the details now, but in a word, this village is going to be destroyed by meteorites. You and your family need to leave here now.
बस, बहुत हो चुकी ये बातें. हम जान गए हैं तुम्हारी योजना.
Enough.
तुम्हें यहाँ से
You've played this
निकालना
trick.
चाहते हो? कभी नहीं.
You played that trick a dozen times. We know what you're up to. Trying to get us out of this place? No way.
नहीं पिताजी. आप जानते हैं कि शर्जा हमेशा.
Please, Father, you know Sharja has been...
मैं इससे बात कर रहा हूँ. चलो जाओ, वरना.
Oh no. I am talking to her. Leave now or else. The old man snatches the broom from next to the door. No one pays attention to the running steps coming from afar.
Munji, stop him!
तुम कौन हो पागल? और इंसानों की दाल में क्या कर रहे हो?
Who are you, kid? Why are you on the human side?
कंजरा.
क्या? उसकी नहीं तो और किसकी सहायता करूं? तुम्हारी एहसान फरामोश बुढ़े?
Who else should I help if not her? You? An ungrateful old pig? Alright. Anjira squeezes in between them and confronts the old villager like an upright snake ready to attack.
तुम.
You.
कितनी बार शजा ने तुम्हारी सहायता करी है और जिना को ना जाने कितनी बातें सिखाई हैं. तुम लोगों ने सिर्फ उसके साथ बुरा बर्ताव किया है. बस बातें करते रहते हो आर्केनिस्ट और इंसानों के बारे में.
How many times has Sharja helped you and how many things did Gina learn from her? You only know being mean to her and talking about something like arcanists and humans.
रहो यहीं अगर रहना है तो. शर्जा तुम सबको बचाने की कोशिश कर रही है, पर कोई सुनना नहीं चाहता. गिरने दो उल्का पिंड को ताकि तुम सब कुचल जाओ उसके नीचे.
Stay if you like. Sharja's being so nice and saving your life, but no one is clever enough to listen. Better let the star fall on you and crush you into the ashes. I mean, yeah, man, you can only do so much. Right? If they don't want to go, they don't want to go. Let's go.
मुझे माफ कर दो. ये तो
I'm so sorry, she... Without saying another word, Kanjira seizes Sharja's arm and drags her away.
कंजरा, stop. Don't pull me. It hurts.
Kanjira makes a sudden stop. Her chest is pumping up and down out of anger.
They is always mean to you and bullying you. Why you must look for trouble?
You must look for trouble.
कंजरा.
After all the things you do for them, how can they treat you like that? Just leave them alone. Come with me. I still have your spot on my caravan. The time for entering and exiting the trains at the station is the same every day. I remember it well. There will be a train leaving here soon. There's still time.
कंजरा, take a deep breath and listen to me.
Bro, no, you just gotta leave, man. There's no way. Sharja becomes conscious of her student's emotions. She bends down to the level of Kanjira's eyes, shaking her arms to reassure her.
I know you said all those things to them for me, and I appreciate that. But think about it. If I treat them just the same way they treated me, just stand by and watch them head to death.
Georgia chooses her words carefully, as patient as she used to be in every English class.
Even if I'm doing this out of understandable fury, how would it make me any different to them? Volunteering to help you, and, in your opinion, risking my life to save them, they're all out of my own will. Hatred doesn't end itself, Kanjara. It has to be ended by someone.
Kanjara stares at her teacher's face in confusion. Slowly, she lowers her eyes and looks down at her feet.
I don't understand. Do we mean nothing to you?
How come? What gave you such an idea? You are my most precious children. All of you are my treasures.
This is not the first time you prefer they over we. You always put they first when there's a problem.
She knows well that Sherja should not be blamed for this. But this doesn't relieve her of the bitterness.
Kanjara.
I am not able to read, but I'm not a kid now. If I can, I don't want to be an arcanist too. So me, you, and Ajad is the same.
We have no time for this. Kanjara struggles to choke back the tears. She's overwhelmed by the fear of losing Sherja.
Kanjara, don't cry, Kanjara. So you've been thinking, oh, little one, you're just like us. We are your family.
No, you don't understand me, Sherja. Enough talk. Maybe I don't understand any of your lectures, but you can't stay here.
I'm sorry, Kanjara.
Sherja has never found it so difficult to refuse someone.
I have to admit they're unreasonable. But as I said, we should put that aside now. It's a matter of life, Kanjara. I can't.
Kanjara feels her stomach churning due to the bitterness, urging her to act on impulse.
You is not listening to me at all. Fine. Be a savior and go. We leave here on our own.
Kanjara!
Sherja's hand only lands on empty air. Kanjara runs away and disappears from her sight. She leans on the steering wheel, sobbing.
नहीं बात करनी उससे फिर कभी.
I'm never talking to her again. The caravan stops at the train station, which seems out of place in the small village.
अजर, सिन्हा जी. कहाँ है सब? इतना सन्नाटा क्यों है यहाँ?
Oh, they've shut down the trains. Oh no. Where are they? Why is here so quiet? It was crowded this morning. Booze, yep.
ये तो.
This is. Yep.
खून, इतना
Blood.
सारा.
So much blood.
खून.
The terrifying masked monsters are staggering among the stone pillars in the train station.
नहीं, अजर, सिन्हा जी.
ओ बॉस, इधर. यहाँ सुरक्षित है. यहाँ आ जाओ.
Boss, over here. It's safer here. Come over. A smart head pokes out from behind the pillar. She quickly sneaks through the station on tiptoe without being noticed.
हाँ, मेरी तो जान ही निकल गई थी. शुक्र है तुम ठीक हो. क्या हुआ यहाँ?
I was almost scared to death. Good to see you safe. What happened here?
पता नहीं, कुछ भयानक से लोग अचानक आ गए. उन्होंने चेहरों पे मखौटे लगा रखे थे. वहाँ, उस प्लेटफॉर्म पर कुछ और लोग हैं.
No idea. A bunch of dreadful people suddenly show up. Each of them has a mask on their face. Over there on the platform, there are a few more.
पता नहीं कहाँ से आ टपके और यात्रियों पर बिना मतलब के हमला करने लगे.
They came out of nowhere and attacked the passengers for no reason. They were trying to contain them. The judge seems to be thinking of something. He can't help but shiver.
शुक्र है कि सारे यात्री यहाँ से जा चुके थे. मिस्टर जाग की वजह से बच गए.
But luckily the villagers had been evacuated before they came, thanks to Miss Sherja's efforts.
हम पीछे रह के तुम्हारा इंतजार कर रहे थे. तुम अकेले आए हो. मिस्टर जाग कहाँ है?
We were left behind because we had to wait for you. Did you come here on your own? Where's Miss Sherja?
वो
She... Oops.
शान. वो
Wait,
लोग आ
they're
रहे
coming.
हैं. तुम्हें देख न ले.
Don't let them see you. As he shrinks in fear, something drops out of his pocket.
ध्यान तेरी मेरी चंदी की.
Damn, my silver. Pankh. Oh boy. Silver bracelet bounced briskly on the floor. A slight noise is thundering in the quiet station.
सही में इन सब चीजों की तुम्हें इस वक्त कोई जरूरत है?
Really? You have to take those goods with you now? Here they are.
भागो!
Run. Here. Here.
बचाओ अजर!
Ajad, watch out.
बॉस.
A sharp rune grazes Conjurer's shoulder, leaving a deep wound.
बहुत दर्द हो रहा है. बुच्ची, काट लो उनको.
It hurts so much. Fungi bite them.
जाओ, कैरावैन में छुप जाओ. यहाँ मैं संभालती हूँ.
Go hide in the caravan. I can handle this. Another rune flashes across her ankle. Conjura loses her balance and falls to the ground. The first man is female, though. The etiquettes, yeah. They're quite something, aren't they? I'd be careful with the head. It hurts.
अब तो मर गई पक्का.
Oh no, I'm dead for sure. Yay. As Conjura looks up, the first thing that comes to her tearful, blurry sight is a head with milky blonde hair.
So glad I was up in time.
There are people over here. Let's take her first.
This place is soon going to be dangerous. I
Soon?
know a place.
But now,
It's close to here. Come, take them this way.
ugh.
Dirty, filthy, less than elegant mugs. Matilda won't even sweat bringing you down. May the peace be with us.
How are the SPDM feeding these kids? See the ankle. Oh, okay. Brown in tears. 16, right? Yeah, 17. Okay, we can finish this. Brown in tears. The stone falls in, seeking an answer in the water's depths. Courtyard of the old Sharma house. The Sharma old house.
Ouch! Is your medic skill really okay? Huh? Are you questioning my skill? I was always, for most of the time, the best student in first aid class. There, the pain is gone. Yeah?
Eternal third place. Not the best.
Not bad. Hey! I'm not done with your stealing!
Matilda pats her on the wound to show her discontent.
Hey! I already apologize. Slick.
Matilda turns her eyes towards the two people standing under the tree.
I didn't expect to see this. What a spacious yard for a house located right next to the train station.
A massive sacred fig stands in the middle of the yard. It looks a lot older than it was in the photo and has become leafless like a skeleton.
Old buddy. I'm surprised that you're still here.
His rough hands land on the equally rough bark. The tree responds with nearly imperceptible cracks.
We have settled everyone so far. I didn't expect so many men as members here. I've never encountered them before. They can't be communicated with. How horrible.
She's still haunted by the battle.
And since we meet them here, it means...
Kumar did cooperate with the menace.
Shoot. It's completely out of control. The incantation in the cave. She must be able to detect the fluctuation caused by it, and that gives away. But what in the world is her purpose? Did she think I would stop her? So she deployed these things to slaughter the village.
Why Menace trying to nuke a town? I don't know, man. I'm assuming it's an Arcanist town too. Why the hell are they nuking this place?
Does revenge matter that much to her?
I understand Kumar wanting to do it. It might just be like collateral. Like they want Kumar on their side for whatever reason, so they, you know, give in to her wishes to destroy the town. Kalabana feels everything is so absurd.
I trusted her. I never believed she would do such a thing, even if we're no longer on the same path.
Because, I mean, like, even if they nuke the town, it's just gonna get reversed. So, no matter what happens, it doesn't really matter. It's a moot point. Vishnu's idol feels particularly hard in Kalabana's soft palm.
But the reality tells me my trust in her is nothing but a joke.
Hatred changes people.
Yep. Shemaine shakes his head.
It's not a choice, Kalabona. You don't have to feel bad for trusting people. You trust someone because they are trustworthy, but you never need a reason to hate. Let your guard down for even 1 second. The toxic ideal will sneak into your mind, and it would be impossible to get rid of it. It will burn your mind and sanity until you become an animal living for revenge, even forget your own name. Oh, don't look at me like that. It's nothing personal. In my mind, she is still my cool and scholarly sister. I was young and easily fooled back then. What I said was based on my real-life experience. I was way more outrageous than her. I mean, we were all young once, right?
Kalabana shakes her head in sighs.
No matter what, she's already on the move. But we don't even know where she is.
I have a theory, but I think I should let you play until the end. Yeah, probably. Probably, especially if it's like pertains to the ending. Because I still don't know why Kumar goes fucking god mode at the end. While Kalabana and Shemaine are talking quietly, in the other corner of the yard, a heated quarrel is taking place between the girls.
Don't even think about it! The painkiller won't last long! There's no way you can drive with a wounded foot!
As soon as Kanjira stands up, Matilda pushes her back to the seat.
But Sharja's still out there. She can't use any arcane skills. If she's found by the masked monster...
Dunzo.
Even if you were right on this, I can't just let you...
SPF-1 portable contact device activated. Abnormal arcane skill fluctuation detected. Conducting analysis.
It just activates itself?
Huh?
Source of abnormal arcane skill fluctuation confirmed. Similar faction, Manus Vindicte. Margin of error, 0.121%. Emergency support application sent. Adjusted support application priority to high.
Does it mean we can ask the Foundation for backup now? This is great! People, I finally got in touch with the Foundation!
Yeah? That's good news.
But the Manus is still wandering out there. Before the Foundation evacuates them, the village will be destroyed. We can't just sit around and watch.
That thing is so Lapis style. It is, isn't it? It's got that like retro look. Fucking hell. It's basically just a cell phone at this point. Just a really shitty one. Albana looks down at the glasses. Her finger gently swipes across the broken temple.
There is another way.
She speaks up, though hesitantly, after the long silence.
Way? What way?
If she can do it, I can do it too.
She gonna like manifest the dream realm or something?
I can find traces of her if I enter the realm, because I also mastered meditation skills.
Kalabana's eyes fix on a stone. She's lost in her thoughts.
Yes, that's right. I know the path inside. What do I need? Yes, water. Enough water to soak me in.
Her eyes can't help but move to the large ceramic vat in the corner.
Miss Calabauna?
Now hold on. Please wait.
Shemaine waves his hands in front of the researcher, who is already carried away by some emotion.
If it was so easy, why didn't you look for her in the realm in the first place? It is a risky move, am I right?
How did you know?
Oh, just my instincts or experiences, perhaps?
He gives her a gentle wave of his hand.
No offense, but when I look at you, I see a desperate tiger cub cornered by the hunters. The situation is not as simple as you think. Since she can invite us to more Pankh, she can play the same trick and invite you to her realm. This could be a trap to keep you stuck inside the realm.
You are right. It is a risky move. With the other two idols as her anchors, she's the true dominator of the realm now. I can't foresee what's ahead of us in there, so I've been avoiding it.
But Kalabana looks up at him.
We don't have other choices, do we?
Now we are talking. You seem ready.
I saw something interesting that Laplace and the Foundation Computer Science Center have different symbols. Well, I mean, they are different factions, right? Like, I imagine Foundation has its own, like, internal service, right? And they kind of just reach out to Laplace whenever they need something more, you know, that could do more heavy lifting or what have you. Because, I mean, when they weren't aligned with each other, or at least when they were independent organizations, I imagine the Foundation still needed to do their own processing and whatnot, right? Now we are talking. You seem ready.
But...
He shakes his head with slight disapproval.
Whatever you decide to do next, don't. This is the advice from an experienced hunter.
Why?
Because whatever is in your mind now is going to send you into the hunter's trap. This happens to all kinds of animals. When the animal realizes it is cornered, its mind will be in a muddle. It can't think of anything else, but at the same time, it strangely grows overconfident. It will take the gamble of escaping from its last way out, which is also going to be the entrance of the trap. Trust me.
He seems unusually serious.
I know how you feel. You thought there's no way out, but a footlog bridge.
She stares at his face for a long time. Eventually, she shakes her head.
The Manus followers are still wandering about, and some villagers haven't been moved to safer locations. But sometimes, we must take the risky path to get out of the dreadful situation, even though it is full of traps.
He notices her fingers clutch and loosen repeatedly out of anxiety.
It may not solve all the problems, but it's better than doing nothing. If this really is a trap, that means we will meet again. And I have been waiting for a chance to talk to her face to face for too long. I have been chasing after an imaginary goal since she left me. I watched that star closely, taking down everything that I could observe. However, despite all the efforts, deep down I know better than anyone else, it's useless. I remember those days, almost half of which were like living in a mist. But now, I can feel it. Her silhouette is right there in front of me. To be honest, this is not the best time to seize this chance.
Miss Calabona.
But no matter how I look at it, this is too good an opportunity to pass up.
Jermaine meets her gaze squarely. Then he blinks. He scratches his head, feeling a bit powerless.
Okay, fine. If you insist on doing this, I will not stop you. We all have our lessons to learn, and you are right. We don't have any better options. What is it they say? No risk, no feast, huh? But please keep this in mind. No matter what happens, your safety will always be the top priority. We cannot bear to lose someone who is capable of putting this to an end.
I will.
To be continued. Nine. Little guardians. A small hand clutches a treasure tightly, so much that none may steal it. Little guardians. They gather before the ceramic vat in the yard.
Are you sure? To use this?
What's wrong with it? It has enough water to soak me in.
Charmaine looks at the old vat and checks the filthy water and rotten leaves inside it. There's a silence between them. Oh, just get more water.
You are much more practical than I thought.
Before I go.
He hands the Vishnu idol to Matilda. She hands.
Aren't you going to take it with you, Miss Calabona?
No.
No. She slowly shakes her head.
Charmaine has a point. This is our last chance to win this fight, and it should be kept away from Kumar as far as possible.
Miss Calabona? Take this with you then.
Matilda passes over a crystal that is shining brightly like a freshly picked star.
This is your...
My pendulum. It's one of my collections, one of the purest. Even I don't have a lot of them around. I realized that the theory of meditation you've talked about is quite similar to some of the crystal divination theories. So perhaps this will help you in the water if the crystal can stabilize the magnetic field and guide you in there.
You...
No need to be surprised. This is how quickly a genius can think.
She had a good thing going, and then she started gloating again.
Thank you.
Ah, great. So it's only me who can't understand this meditation in water thing? Well, it takes all sorts of rocks to form a mountain.
Before he finishes his sentence, Calabona has quickly submerged her legs in the water, as if the cold didn't bother her at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
The pendulum and enough liquid. And all I have to do now is think of Kumar.
She bends her knees and lets herself slide into the water. Her world is immediately free of sounds. As soon as her head is completely submerged in the water, the cold attacks from all directions. Inhales. Where the fuck are we now? Be it real or false, delusional or real, a world reappears before her. Question marks. Where else could it be more suitable
than the place we first met?
The familiar stone stairs extend much longer than she remembers. The rough red bricks, the well-calculated and carefully designed arc. Everything in Jantar Mantar has a unique kind of beauty.
How thoughtful you were, Kumar, to recreate the observatory in the realm.
The figure standing still on its top looks like a black singularity. He knows who it is.
Just an illusion in my mind.
Now, her left foot is on the first step. Resistance is expected. Oh, it's little Calvano, look at that.
She remembered almost every detail of me as a child.
The figure standing in front of her greatly resembles her younger self, always fists clenching, always ready for confrontation. And now, the girl is irritated by the intrusion. She rushes towards Kalabana and throws quick punches.
It hurts!
You're losing to a child.
Did it hurt this much when I hit someone as a child?
Get out! You should not be here.
She tries to drive Kalabana away, fighting her like a trained warrior.
Ah, yes. Mom had taught me a few moves to deal with those brats at that age.
Leave!
This feels weird. Did Kumar put you here? To guard this fragment of memory? This shall be the obstacle in my way to where I want to be. It's time to face the illusion from the past.
That was a fight, right? Ah. The illusion is dispersed and then gathers again in the distance, but this time she is no longer irritated. Okay. She gradually fades away in the light and shadow of the observatory, and her voice goes further and further.
From the past to the present and the future, the thing you are clinging onto, facing and chasing, think what it is.
Kalabana lowers her head to look at her palm.
You are still asking questions that cannot be answered, just as you always did. What do you think I should chase after?
Her fingers clench gently.
इस बार मैं धोखा नहीं खाऊंगी, कुमार.
I won't be misled this time, Kumar.
उस दिन के बाद से मैंने खगोल विज्ञान का अध्ययन
I've
कभी
never
नहीं
given
छोड़ा.
up studying astronomy since that day. There is only an echo in the empty space. The illusion has gone. She looks up at the almost endless stairs.
Keep moving.
Oh, that was quick. This is probably a battle, right? Yeah, this is a battle. They have pieced them together with fragments from many places, the forest and the mountains, with long practice and the essence of yesterday. Oh my god, what is this team? This one makes a little bit more sense, I guess.
The hunt begins.
Pack Security Council also have their symbol. Okay, yeah, so I'm guessing every faction just kind of has their own thing then, huh?
Yeah, do this, see this.
Hey, hey, hey! Don't be shy, mi amigo. Need me to get you guys
Damn,
an
I don't know.
ambulance?
There's two on this guy. Oops. 2 waves.
Yeah,
Alright.
I know.
Oh, right.
Your command.
Hey, hey, hey! Don't be shy, amigo. Let's dance.
Hold on to that.
And almost. Alright, we can make it one building.
Oh, I get it completely.
No, I still don't have the Centurion. Alright, this one,
Now,
this one, and I guess we do that one.
ladies and
Oh, no, she's early.
this is no magic, nor any special kindness that can
Manus Vindicta symbol is a raised hand. I see. I think I've seen it. I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
You still don't recognize me? What
Very
else?
nice.
This is not bad for a stretch.
This man did nothing. His family is a distant memory of the past. No, it's not even things we get, it's the little currencies. Outside, wait, yeah, that's right, outside the fence. The lambs know not the purpose of the fence. You. First the child self, then the teenage self, and then the young adult self. Only in the meditator's realm can one face so many past selves, and defeat them one after another.
The 20-year-old me was fierce.
Kalabana rubs her bruised cheeks.
That pain feels real.
You came here sooner than I expected, Kalabona.
Welcome, Kumar. The wind feels like tingling knives on the rooftop. A familiar, if not too familiar, figure once again emerges in front of her.
I knew you would come.
Kumar. Finally. See you again.
I miss you dearly too, my child. I hope you've been doing well while I was away.
What is your game,
Hope
lady?
you're happy with the surroundings I set. I always find it enjoyable here. A place full of memories. And perfect for small talks.
I'd rather you suffered, miss.
Ah, someone is having a worse attitude these days.
Kalabana looks around to observe the surroundings.
There's no need to look around, kid. I already had a few years of experience in the field before you started your research. And one of the most basic skills one has to master in the meditator's realm is to cover up the traces of reality.
The sky is dark, like the surface of dusted glassware.
Even so, you didn't even think about creating a starry sky for yourself here.
Kumar is silent for a moment and then shakes her head.
That would be unnecessary. You can see it any time outside this realm if you like.
Why did you invite me here?
I know you've put in a lot of efforts. I understand the difficulty within and sympathize with you, Kalabona. I always do, just like what I did with my younger brother. By the way, that letter has been delivered to him safely, I assume?
Don't trust this
You're
lady,
smart
obviously,
enough not
but
to
so.
bring the Vishnu statue with you. Did somebody kindly remind you not to do that? Never mind, that's not helpful.
I don't understand. Why involve him?
Behind Kumar, an old finder scope is aiming at the sky.
Maybe I was being vindictive out of hatred, like you said.
I would never understand why Blue Puck decided to name her Kalabano, because in Hindi it basically slur. Bano means midget, and colorism is still very big in India's. Black color as an insult. I mean, I think they just literally like transliterated Black Dwarf, right? Like the star. Because I believe that was her original name in on the Chinese side.
After all, they precluded
So I guess
me
they
from
just
doing
kind of
anything, even
literally
before I
took the
hit
words
track.
and used them
Although
instead
my
of
misfortune was not my
whatever
brother's
else.
doing, there's no one else left in the family to take my anger. So ask me now. Ask me anything you wish to know. I can tell you everything. What you're curious about, what you're confused about, anything you can't work out in your little brain, I can explain it all.
She smiles warmly, but her words are as cold as usual.
Hasn't the idea that I might locate you bothered you for even a second?
Kalabana takes a tentative step forward.
Locate me? You are still as naive as a child, my Kalabauna. You little dummy Ulu. That is simply impossible.
Yeah, it must be a very unfortunate transliteration. I feel like that is, because I mean, I didn't know that before you mentioned it, so... yeah, they should probably be doing, like, due diligence, but also, I don't think they probably would have even thought about it, is my guess, you know? Just, you know, benefit of the doubt, honestly.
This is the first time you doubt my capability.
No, why would I do that? Of all the students, you are the only child who is smart enough to follow my steps this far. You just don't have time on your side and need a better mindset in dealing with the unexpected. I've tried to teach it to you. Remember those impromptu speeches I asked you to give? Those were good practice.
Don't have... What do you mean?
Well, a meteor's about to fall.
Perhaps you have put too much stock in the idea that I will rely on Manus Vindictae in this. Instead, I trust myself more than them. And of course, I also trust you. What's more, they were never good enough for me. But luckily, I have never been a real arcanist or a real human, only pretending to be either of them when necessary. I can easily act like an arcanist to gain their trust, just like I could act like a human when I was teaching at Venna.
I forgot to mention that this is another dimension related to mirrors. Yeah, I kind of figured they did make the mirror analogy before, but I feel like it's interesting, right? Because they tie it into dreams, which makes me think of the Lord of Dreams again, and the fact that you kind of reach it through, you know, this altered state of consciousness, which we've kind of have had a lot of that just in as a general theme. I'm wondering if it's tied together. Kumar notices that Kalabana has been staring at the old finder's scope.
What are you staring at? Take it if you're interested.
Kumar takes off the finder's scope and throws it lightly to Kalabana. It lands precisely on her palm. The surroundings remain the same. Kalabana can't find any loopholes at all.
What? You thought it is the key to cracking the meditator's realm, like the stone statues earlier? Though it is too late for hints, there is one thing I have to remind you of.
She is indeed as thoughtful as she claims to be.
You didn't catch up to the real me, nor did you improve the situation by entering the realm. You chased me all the way here. Chased the hope of winning against me. But you only helped me complete.
I'm guessing that in order to pull something out of the realm, this meteor is what I'm guessing. She needed Kalabana here for some reason. I'm assuming.
The moment you entered the realm, the last step of my plan was done.
I guess that's what it is.
What?
As you know, exerting influence on reality through the meditator's realm is challenging. After all, this realm is like the shadow of its real counterpart, a reflection of reality. I went to a lot of trouble, even wasted a statue, to finally stick out a corner of the shadow over the boundary of the two worlds.
You mean the statue in the cave?
Yes. What I needed was an outside-in force to break the realm, which is almost unbreakable.
And I'm assuming that's Kala breaking in.
A mirror can reflect objects, but there's nothing it could do to itself. It can only be shattered into pieces by people not from the reflection, but reality. Whenever there is a shooting star streaking across across the sky of this realm, an equally beautiful star will fall on the real Earth. And guess what? You are the force I'm looking for.
No. How? So the fluctuation I detected, the energy of the celestial body felt by the Foundation girl, are just false alert?
Originally, the meteor strike wasn't going to happen, but by her entering it, he gave Umar the ability to make it happen, I'm guessing.
Oh no. I have to admit, that young girl was not part of my plan. But at least you are on the right track about what happened. If anything is to blame, it's your ego. You were trying to win, but not by saving people. The idea of proving yourself to me outweighed their lives. You must be wondering, how could she lay such a trap with her insignificant arcane power? She can barely lift a lump of clay. She must have had the Manus Vindictae on her side to help. All that being said, you don't have to feel yourself to be a lesser version of me. You're still my best student, my best colleague, and my strongest rival. Well, with some room to improve. Even this time, you didn't lose the game for lack of wits, but for the fact that I know you a bit better than you know me. And I simply have more experience hunting a prey.
You and the Manus, I've never thought that.
Alabama feels her explanation is meaningless and stuck in her throat. She's almost choking for breath in the gentle breeze.
That means if I didn't enter the realm to see you,
then things are going to be tricky for me. You would be enjoying a happy Deepa festival, while I would be crying in a dark corner nobody knows of.
It was a bluff. Much as I appreciate the Indian representation, the plot of the event is kind of all over the place. I don't really feel that way. Like, it's fairly coherent, right? Like, there's a reason for the things being placed where they were. If anything, Kanjira, so far, doesn't feel like she really belongs. Like, she doesn't offer anything, I don't think. At least not yet.
Why would you?
Well, time's up. Remember to ask the most important question first next time, chap. Don't thank me for that suggestion, and don't think too much of my kindness. I didn't explain all these things for your sake. I told you everything because only by doing so can I enjoy the victory to its fullest. Your desperation is a good prize for me. You know I have a bad taste for entertainment. Go back to the Deepa festival. At least there's one good thing left for you. You will get to see that beautiful shooting star with your own eyes, just like I will. Alfida.
Really explain how she got arcane power, unless it actually was the Manus is helping her. Alright, so guns, rat, and it says, alright. Quick break, need to use the restroom real bad. Give me 5 minutes, yeah? Maybe less. And we're back. Oops. Alright. Rat in its days. Let the dust fall from the beard. The road stretches on ahead. She's not afraid to put every possibility to test. Translation: the meteorite they observed is in this dimension, but they must break the barrier between dimensions to affect it. Right, that's what I figured.
My ankle hurts no more.
That the signs were a bluff from Kumar, hoping they would take the bait, and they did. Kanjira tries to move the tightly wrapped ankle. Jermaine is sitting under the sacred fig, and Matilda is anxiously walking around and round the vat. Neither of them is in the mood to check Kanjira's ankle.
She's been in there for 4 minutes, 26 seconds. Is this a reasonable length of time? I remember I once learned about the ideal time length for meditation in one of the elective classes. What's more, she's holding her breath underwater.
Jermaine closes his eyes. The noise of people, the footsteps, and the light cracks coming from the inside of the tree gradually turn into the crackle of flames.
When there is only one way to the destination, you have no choice but to take it.
Pain is coming from his scar of mutilation, which healed up long ago.
You have to force yourself to take that painful step, and then blame yourself for being such a desperate fool to move and lose balance.
He was never made a mistake. There was a time when he was just like them. If he had chosen the other path, the sacred fig wouldn't have died, and they would be sitting in its shade. But who says that would be the better future?
But the silver lining is, it's just a stagger on the solid ground, and you will eventually regain your footing.
Oh. The vat bursts into pieces after the 5-minute silence. The water splashes onto the ground like strange shadows cast in all directions.
Miss Calabona!
Oh, hello there. The poor vat breaks into pieces. The muddy liquid spreads in all directions and covers the ground. Her wet hair is clinging to her tightly. She looks as miserable as a drowned rat.
Leave here. Now. And get everyone.
She vomits in great pain, as if she could expel the regret from her body this way.
Did you see Kumar? What happened?
I'm the one to blame. Damn it.
Oh, they didn't even censor it. Or they didn't even censor the voice.
I'm such a fool. I should have known that I'm not a match for Kumar.
She knows what that means. If the boundary between the realm and the reality is broken, that celestial body will fall on them in no time. There's no easy way to forgive herself. Maybe it will destroy them today, maybe in the next minute.
Keep telling myself I did all these things to save the people, to save the village. Turns out it was me fighting against a dummy she set up. I messed up everything, for everyone.
Someone has to be caught in the dimension, because when someone enters, it creates a door to reality big enough for the meteorite to enter. Yeah, okay. And I guess Kala was most suited for that, just because it's kind of her field of expertise, right? Or rather, she's probably the only one that Kumar knows that could also enter. She looks at her fingers. The nails have sunk into the soft ground. A wrinkled piece of coarse cloth comes into her sight.
I'm sorry. I should have listened to you.
She lowers her head even more.
If I were more sensible and just left this path, the stupid doubt trap, nothing would have turned out this way.
Oh, is that how you see it? I assume you think it is this way because you have failed in the mission and thus feel depressed and indulge yourself in some negative thinking, which is totally understandable. Blaming it all on yourself, telling yourself you will be the only one to suffer the consequence so as to alleviate the guilt. Or you didn't understand what I said to you earlier at all.
What?
She looks up with confusion, wondering if that relaxed tone is another illusion.
You have to stop it, Kalabona. Remember what I said? You don't have to feel bad for trusting people. And here's another piece. Don't blame yourself for being brave. What did she tell you? You were a fool and you ruined everything?
He crouches down and looks straight at his reflection in her eyes.
Come on. Both of us know this is not the case. Brave or reckless, prudent or cowardly. Comments like these could be predictions, but most of the time are hindsight. The good news is, we still have time to change that. You know what kind of bears the hunters fear the most? The ones which were once trapped, but eventually got away. Nobody can remain a predator forever. We don't know what will happen in the next encounter. What's more, life is a long fight where we outsmart one opponent and get outsmarted by the other. That's the wisdom of nature. Bears eat salmon, wolves eat rabbit, but eventually, bears or wolves, their skin will become our blankets. A tiger might have strength, yet a rat also has its wits. You don't need to defeat her to validate your victory. You can win this war another way, a way to your advantage. When will the wrestling between a fisherman and a fish begin? When the fish bites the bait. So, if you still have some strength left in you to get back on your feet and think straight, that'd be most helpful. After all, I don't think we have the time for another round of meditation.
Alabona takes the cloth. She buries her face into it, wiping hard across her eyes. The pain brings her senses back.
The last time I wiped my face with this, I was wrestling with my mom.
She takes a deep breath, trying to get her brain working again.
Kumar. She broke the boundary between the meditator's realm and reality through me. I'm afraid the falling star will arrive early.
What? There's no other ways to stop her then?
There might be a way to stop her by locating her in person. But I didn't spot any clue in the realm. And now...
Yeah, I get why people were shipping Shemaine and Kala. Yep, I get it. So there's this idea of the wounded healer, yeah? In shamanism. Kind of this idea that in order to... the best medicine for someone is given by someone who has experienced it themselves, right? And that's kind of what we're getting here, I think. Because, I mean, it's the same emotions that and like trials that Shemaine has faced, but now he's kind of imparting his wisdom onto Kalabona, who's going through them herself. I kind of like that dynamic a bit more than something as simple as just shipping them together, you know?
We are in
It's a very Jungian thing as well.
Almost as urgent as the time when Rama was facing the arrow knocked to a full bow. Instead of getting caught up in nostalgia, we should take action and protect what can be saved.
The estimated arrival time of the Foundation backup is 6 a.m. It will be too late if the meteor really falls early. We need a shelter that can withstand the impact. Also, we have to gather all the villagers. And... in the field training, the instructor also told us to...
I'll go with you.
Angela staggers her way to them.
I'll go with you. I know the way better. Besides, Shadja is not back yet. If anything happens to she, I will not forgive myself I say those words.
I'm staying.
Huh?
If I can calculate the range of damage of the comet, we may retreat to a safe location.
Alabama flings her wet hair back.
Every rat has its day, and this rat is doing her best.
Don't put on a face like that. You're not some rat. I can tell. You are the tiger cub. In the meantime, let's not forget, the real rat is still out there looking smug.
It is predictable that there will be a long-term battle outside the stone door enchanted with protection incantations. Jermaine turns around and rubs his hands, feeling a bit uneasy.
Watch out for the things I knock off. I didn't do it on purpose.
The chapters are a bit more manageable in length now. I think it was just chapter, 6 that was really long. Straws against the wind. Determination is pure and wholehearted, free of the shackles of rationality. Oh. Come on. Stop doing that. There we go. Straws against the wind. Streets. Exhales. The last butter lamp has been blown out by the quiet breath. Darkness falls on the people who are still hiding.
We are safe as long as they can't find us.
Sherja hides the fainted woman and the girl in the shadow to keep them safe.
Miss Georgia, I'm scared.
I think it's using young Kalabana spray here. Gina holds Sherja's hand so tightly as she is the only lifesaver now.
Relax, Gina. Remember what Pati and Dada said? Just wait here and they will be back soon. Your brother is also helping them out.
But those monsters are terrifying. Even Matta.
Recalling the tragic scene, Sherja can't help closing her eyes.
Mata just passed out. Don't worry. She will...
Oh.
Sale! Kamina Rakshas!
Oh no, Hassan. I just realized his head is a fucking drum. The man is soldier. The man cast an incantation while wielding the ram dao to keep the monsters away. Old dude's got moves though.
Pitaji, हमें भी बहुत सारे हैं.
Father, there's still a lot of them.
इतने बुज़दिल मत बनो राज, मत बनो. यकीन नहीं होता कि हमें एक इंसान.
Don't be such a coward, Rajesh. Be a man. Can't believe we're even counting on a human girl now. I feel like this isn't the time for that. The ram dao cuts through the air. An arm covered in black slime falls to the ground. Oh. Shame on us. Call.
पिताजी, ध्यान से.
That's a gun.
Sir, आपके पीछे.
The body acts before the mind. The moment Sherja exposes herself and rushes into the light, her senses scream to warn her of the danger. Tremaine lost hope in the world in the incident, and with the help of that shaman, as he says in his song, he learned to wait light. Yeah, exactly. He's gone through this shit. When he speaks, it's out of experience, right? Because he knows what it's like to be in that position. There is no doubt a bare-handed human challenging a group of Manus followers is throwing straws against the wind. There's no doubt. That was an awkwardly phrased sentence, I think. Oh, actually. Something? The last Manus follower falls to the ground, the mask broken in half. Tremaine freezes, his fist still in the air. Even he himself doesn't realize what has happened.
Oh boy, that was close.
He looks down and meets Sherja's equally confused eyes.
Miss Shirja, I admire you for your courage, but this is getting a bit too nerve-wracking.
He withdraws his arm, a bit scared by what has happened.
Miss
What has
Shirja!
happened?
Kanjana? Wait, how did you find this place?
Sorry, Miss Shirja. I should not is mad at you. That scares me so.
Sorry. Couldn't control myself and my body just...
Huh? रुको बच्चे.
Wait, young man. Oh, does he recognize him? The old man grasps Shemaine's left arm.
ये हाथ. तुम तो शर्मा जी के बेटे हो.
His arm, you are the Sharma boy. Why would he recognize the prosthesis?
अरे, आप तो तकाल चाचा है ना? कितने अरसे हो गए आपसे मिले हुए?
Hey, aren't you Uncle Takal? It's been such a long time since we last met.
तुम कैसे?
Oh, how did you... The old man seems to be looking at a living ghost.
तकाल चाचा, बहुत बातें होंगी, पर इस वक्त नहीं.
Oh, Uncle Takal, I wish I could talk to you for a bit more, but the situation seems to be less than ideal. Warmly greeting the old man, he avoids the question.
इस जगह एक उल्का पिंड गिरेगा. इसके प्रभाव से एक विशाल गड्ढा बन जाएगा. और वो उल्का पिंड यहाँ पर फाउंडेशन के कोई सहायता पहुँचने से पहले आ गिरेगा.
Put it simply, this place is about to be smashed into an impact crater by a meteor. Even worse, the meteor will arrive here sooner than the Foundation's rescue.
पर आप लोग सबसे ज़्यादा खुशकिस्मत हैं, क्योंकि हम सबसे पहले
But
आप
among
लोगों
all
को
the unfortunate
ढूंढ पाए
people,
हैं.
you were the lucky ones. You were the first group we found.
चलिए तकाल चाचा, मेरे घर पर चल के बतख करते हैं. आपको हमारे घर का रास्ता याद है ना?
Come on, get in. We'll have a get-together at my place. Uncle Takal, you remember the way to our house, right?
क्या? वो जला हुआ पुराना घर. सवाल ही नहीं उठता. कभी नहीं.
What? That burned old house? No way. I will never...
फिर तो आपको मुझे माफ करना पड़ेगा. चाचा, आप हमारे साथ ही जाएंगे.
I will have to
भले मुझे
apologize to
आपको
you
बंद
for this
कर
then,
खींच के
Uncle.
ले जाना पड़े.
You must come with us, even if I have to tie you up and drag you there. No, stop it, you deviant brat. Villagers are pushed into the tuk-tuk with their complaints.
All right. I'm glad to see that you're fine, Miss Shirja. We are in dire need of a helping hand.
Miss Shirja, I remember you know this place well.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
We need to transfer everyone here, humans and arcanists, to a safe place.
And you're the best person to do that.
Alright. I'll do whatever I can as long as it helps.
Wish my father could see this. Isn't she a lot more reliable than I am? Told the old man a million times that humans make more decent work partners than arcanists.
Hurry up, you people!
Matilda opens the door and urges them to get in.
You can check later!
I mean, she's not
I hear
wrong.
you. Shirja, please briefly tell us what the neighborhood is like. We need to pick up everyone in the town as soon as possible. We need to find the quickest way to do it and avoid all the enemies on the way. Hey, relax. We can't run away from them. We will just run over them.
Damn. To be continued. Open, says me. An incantation is not always what opens the door to a cave of treasure. Inside the Charmo.
How is everything now?
Well, it's going smooth. The young people and tourists left as soon as I persuaded them. Only the old and the children are left here. It's not that easy for them to move, and...
Hey! You promised to give me half of it. Now what? The boss cannot keep her own promise?
Is Conjura still doing her thing? God dang.
I do most messenger work. More food for more work.
This fucking kid, man.
These kids were abandoned and driven away by humans. I'm glad to see Kanjra get along with them.
Alabama looks down at the astrolabe in her hand.
If she could enjoy life like this. No, nothing.
Calabana chuckles. There's a faraway look on her face.
You just reminded me of my mother. Sherja, perhaps people like you are the key to saving all of us.
The fight would have 3 road options and each one has its own story.
I just observed it again. The figures are showing a grim picture.
I didn't realize.
Luckily, I've worked out the specific range
like the
of
actual
damage.
fight for this chapter. It's an interesting thing. I just observed it again. The figures are showing a grim picture. Luckily, I've worked out the specific range of damage. She draws quite a large circle on a map.
As long as we can get out of this radius, there will be no casualties. As for other losses, they are beyond my ability to cover.
Oh, the previous fight. I see.
At least our
Oh, because the previous fight was what's the previous fight? Her Calabana's younger self? Well, I'm guessing it was her 3 different modes.
But the problem is,
like
at such a distance.
different ages. She draws a straight line on the map lightly.
The distance. Even if we follow the straight line, it is impossible for us with the elders and the children to get out of it within hours.
Why? We are getting so close to success. If only we could go underground.
Underground? Wait. I remember my old man told me about an emergency tunnel leading to the forest on the mountain. Its entrance is right here, beneath the floor of this very room.
I feel like
a tunnel
might be dangerous, right?
He
If the
told
thing
me
collapses.
this, hoping that one day I will take over his responsibility to look after the village. If I remember it correctly, that forest, which is also the exit of this tunnel, is right outside the impact area.
Bunker down, they're trying to get out. He taps on a spot outside the marked range with his rough finger.
That's great. In the tunnel, even if we don't make it to the forest in time, we can still avoid the damage.
But...
He scratches his beard, hissing in embarrassment. What have you done this time?
The problem is, there's a gate to the tunnel. Now, just for the record, I'm only quoting my old man. It is a gate which only opens to the leader who has earned his people's trust.
Oh, open sesame! V is going real treasure hunting this time.
Conjura, please, it's not the time. Out of the silence, only the naive child is excited.
Oh, well, my father's version was hardly as exciting as Open Sesame. I didn't believe him even as a child. I tried to open it by force many times. Well, it never worked. My old man was telling the truth. Things would be problematic for us. Because I don't think I can get that gate open. Firstly, I've never wanted to be a leader. And speaking of the people's trust, how do you think those cursing old men in the yard will feel about me?
Alabama listens to those old cursing men for a while. She cannot contradict what he says.
Even so.
She taps on the map, thinking.
We will open that gate.
She looks up at Shemaine. He is standing in silence and has a blank look on his face.
Hmm?
Even if we have to smash it with our bare fists.
Oh, he's tried.
I'm not sure if you were being sarcastic.
She doesn't give a clear answer. Instead, her eyes flit back to the map.
It's the best way in the current situation.
On the porch in front of the house, there is a loose floorboard. Under it, they see some wooden stairs, which appear to be the entrance of a tunnel.
Watch your steps.
2 steps. One after another, they slowly go down the stairs. Oh shit, that's cool. Front of the stone gate. The gray and yellow stone gate has a pattern of an elephant raising its front feet in the middle. It is as immovable as a real elephant.
So the spell Shemaine told us is truly useless.
No.
What did I say? This is never the gate for me to open.
Shemaine gives them an embarrassed smile. Behind him, the criticism comes as expected.
मैं जानता था कि तू हम सबको लेके डूबेगा। चलो तुम लौंडे, तू अपने परिवार की रक्षा नहीं कर सकता, तो दूसरों की रक्षा कैसे करेगा?
I knew we shouldn't have counted on you, Sharma boy. You can't even protect your own family. How are you supposed to protect others? This old guy. They recognize that their lives are at risk here, right?
हमारी प्रार्थना सुन के हमारे लिए कोई
If the
मार्गदर्शन
gods
भेज
listen to my prayer and send us another guide. No, here they come again. The complaints Shemaine has heard so many times. Those familiar syllables make him almost nostalgic. Kanjira is tapping a foot faster and faster. It's getting hard for her to suppress the anger. Rule 12 was with Tuk-Tuk to choose the right path, and in one Shemaine got on Tuk-Tuk and tried to fight with enemies while they were driving. Oh, I'm gonna go back and check that fight out after this. After dealing with humans all these years, we're already...
You.
Ew.
बकवास बंद करो सब।
Shut up your mouths. The crowd instantly falls into silence. The spell of nostalgia is broken. Shemaine lowers his head, surprised by her
All
irritation.
you talk about is protect family and stuff. Give me a break. And you.
Me?
Oh no. Shemaine points at his own nose, brought up short.
Yes, you.
What about me?
Kanjira throws back her head and glares at him.
You love talking, don't you? Now you go dumb? Big guy, can't defend yourself? I just don't understand. You feel bad. You say it. Why is you afraid? You don't owe them. See?
Kanjira extends a finger at the hushed crowd.
You talk and you shut them up.
Shemaine follows her pointing finger and looks at the familiar faces. He suddenly realizes that after all these years, he still remembers each of them clearly. There is no longer anger or disdain in their eyes. They just remain silent and avoid his gaze.
Why don't you do this earlier? We need to focus on the most important thing. It's open sesame story.
Kanjira mumbles admiringly.
In the story, only the most smart and wise people can open it. Why do you hesitate now?
Shemaine laughs as if she has said something most amusing.
Little one, you think I'm the smartest and wisest person?
No.
Oh.
Oh no. His laugh stops.
But why ask me? It is your gate. My answer don't matter. Their answer don't matter too. That's why I said you should shut them up.
Kanjira rolls her
There
eyes.
will be a gate for me, and I will open it my way. I'm the one to decide how to open my gate. My spell will be longer and cooler than some open sesame. I'm not jealous, you.
Jealousy. She turns her back to him, refusing to cast a look at him.
Interesting. Looks like Dad was right. I'm not qualified to be a leader. Thanks, kid. Anyway, Times have changed. Forget the spell.
That's his father's gate, his father's path, his father's choice of life, and his father's responsibility. And it is I who am standing here, not him. He raises his voice.
Screw it. I have no idea what my father once promised you. In fact, I have no interest in what your old heads think.
What's my own way of opening the gate? Brute force, let's go. Pick a new spell, sing a song, bleat like a goat. His fist clenches. At this serious, crucial moment, he is strangely relieved by one sudden idea. He doesn't need any implements, he can just do it with his bare hands, figuratively and literally.
And the one standing right here, right now, is me. Not another Sharma.
Another Sharma. Keep the shoulder loose, stay steady, and engage with the upper arm. This is his way.
That is to say...
He beat the shit out of a door. This is the easiest punch he has ever thrown. The burden from the past, the pain, and the stress are thrown out of his body at this moment.
Oh, turns out the gate is much more fragile than I thought.
This is the scene of the wolves. Forest on the back slope. It's a quiet night in the forest. The bonfire is lit in a small, open space.
That is to say, I'll smash that door open, even if it takes the other arm of mine.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about. So cool!
As the stick pokes the bonfire, a clear snap can be heard.
I guess you didn't see that coming.
To tell the truth, I had prepared myself to bounce off from that closed gate, like what had happened many times when I was a kid. But wow! See how I burst it open? That was cool!
No. He throws a few punches in the air excitedly.
Ho, ho, ha, ha.
He takes back his fist, content, and casually pokes the fire.
So in the end, my dad was just telling nonsense to a kid.
The flame is dancing in his eyes.
Those so-called profound teachings. Like one needs adequate strength or a sense of responsibility. Those were too abstract for a kid to understand. That's indeed his style.
But in the end, the door was opened. That's for sure. That's a good ending for a story. At least 1,000,000 times better than mine.
You have a long way to go before reaching the end. But I'd say you're in a much better place now than you were in the beginning. It's good progress. Trust me.
Observed from the top of the mountain, the old village is only as small as half a palm.
He who only stays behind a closed door will turn away many things, including a chance to survive.
All right. Best roast rabbit ever. Mr. Jha, you have the first bite.
A person with no family, yet radiates the warmth of family to others.
If only Kumar
If
had...
only Kumar had the slightest warmth from someone. Maybe such an absurd thing would have never happened.
I doubt she's upset about what happened. Maybe she has found herself a good seat to enjoy this dance of Shiva.
That's true. She's the kind of person who always finds herself the best seat to watch the show.
But I'm curious. Tell me, did she, say anything bad about me?
Oh, no.
That was not a part of a conversation. She just admitted that she was being vindictive.
Alabama slightly frowns, hoping to find some clues in the chaotic memories.
Maybe I was being vindictive out of hatred, like you said.
She suddenly jumps up as if she were burned by the bonfire.
Like you said, the realm can never extract every word I've said. It's theoretically impossible. How? Where did she hear that part?
Oh, so she must have been present somewhere. You can take. Chapter 12 had a weird fight, yeah? Let's pop in and check it out real quick. Select the shortest path. Oh.
You ate beans.
Oh, I see. So let's see if I hit this thing.
It could be fun.
Oh, I think I was going for this one here. Shit.
Come back to me. Can you believe this?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going through this fight again, but I get it. I see the I see. See, when I first played that, I just like brute forced it. Huh? Oh, okay. No starry sky. The darkness there is oppressive. The light of the stars cannot be seen on the clearest night. Chapters, let's go.
She was in the same room?
It's in the same room. How does that work? Oh.
How could it be?
Alabama pinches herself to keep calm.
I know that room well. We have searched every inch of it. Unless she was hanging on the ceiling right above us.
But, as I said, she always finds herself the best seat.
I think it's the only fight with dialogue options in the game. I don't know why. That's I guess, you know, they were trying something with it and they just didn't keep it.
Process behind. While staying close to other whispering opinions. Like a perfect observatory from which we witness the events in the universe.
Fog has lifted.
Maybe I've been in the wrong direction. She didn't make the star fall as revenge on the village.
So why? She looks up. The sky is completely cloudless and the stars look just like the silver sand randomly scattered into the Samudra by Vishnu.
The sky in the realm when we met.
Loose. Sun. She recalls the sky in the realm, which was like the surface of dusted glassware.
Mr. Charmaine, she was not on the ceiling.
Was she?
Are you taking me seriously? That was just a joke to lighten up the mood.
But under the ground.
Alabama pulls a photo slowly from her waist. It was soaked when she was in the vat, but now it's almost dried by the bonfire.
Remember the underground survival guide where we found this photo? She's right under that house.
Well, they got the village evacuated, so worst case scenario, it's fine, right? The street is empty, all the villagers have been evacuated. There you go. There are only Manus followers wandering about at night.
First to the corner.
This is crazy. It has gone beyond my imagination.
Sorry, but you don't have to come with me.
Say no more on that.
The two sneak from one corner to another.
If you don't let me see my own sister, I will be dying for answers. Who would dig a basement here?
That reminds me. Her curiosity is one of the major reason she did that. It's possible that she was well prepared last time she came back to Moorpump. I never thought she foresaw that we would be kicked out from the project.
And as you just deduced, she did so to see that star?
Almost 100% sure. Without me, she must have asked the Manus to support her with arcane skills. This way.
After avoiding the wandering Manus followers, they can almost see the entrance to the old house.
She was extremely mentally unstable when she left me. It wouldn't take any effort if the Manus had the intention to recruit her.
That does seem to be a recurring
Watching the
trend.
nature Shah and being destroyed by it has been her plan all along.
At this point, it is hard to say who's worse, she or we, since we have prepared to die with her evil plan. However reluctant I am to admit this, sometimes Arcanists are indeed strange creatures.
So she was going to take herself out and everyone else around her. That's
it's like
crazy.
a madhouse party. But, what did you teach Matilda before we left?
That's our only chance to survive in her realm. I came up with it when I was calculating the range of the fallen star damage.
As I said, you are the tiger cub, trying to take a bite in the arm, even when the hunter has had you in her grip.
That method was between Kumar and me. There is another theory according to my calculation. If there are more observers, the realm might collapse. It's the only theory Kumar doesn't know. At the same time, it is not yet strictly verified. But I have faith in that girl. She's indeed.
Oh, so she's gonna have Matilda divine in while
I hope it's
she's
not
also
to
divine
make
in.
her last attempt.
If you ask me, it's not yet the time to make that attempt.
What?
You're only one step away from the old house. A huge Shiva statue rises with a loud rumble.
Haha! This must be the appetizer she served us.
Great Shiva, I hope your fists feel as light and crispy as Pani Puri when they land on my body.
Just has no intention of dodging. And then this is the fight, yeah. We beat the statue up.
That's tough.
Hey, look over there.
The statue's attack has left a crack in the floor of the old house.
It is empty down there.
Beast or the Savant. Relax. This is just an insignificant price to pay. This woman's
The
gone
shower
nuts.
is estimated to fall at 4 a.m. today. By then, the comet will also...
Oh, sorry.
3.5 hours to go. Oh, almost forgot about this. Music.
Damn. In this dark, confined space, there arises a melody played on the violin. The place looks nothing like a livable space for humans. The walls, the table, the floor, every surface in sight is covered with paper of seamless formulas. The only exception is a roughly plastered wall, which is full of symbols marking the passing of days. An old telescope is standing in the mess, pointing at the blocked sky.
You alright?
I'm fine. It's not too high for me.
They slide down through the crack. Calabona gets back on her feet, patting the dust off her. And then she freezes.
Kumar.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Kumar.
What happened to you?
Oh, well. I didn't expect so many visitors.
She is not looking well. She seems a bit absent-minded.
But since you're here, please, take a seat. I built this place by myself. It's not a big room, and not soundproof. Yes, I heard you very clearly under the ground when you searched the room and went through my stuff. What's wrong about an astronomer reading calf feeding and management?
She paces around shakily, muttering to herself.
You should have left. My plan has changed. But let it be. Let it be. What do they call this? Destiny? You know about destiny, right, Calabona? Watching the stars with me. Good. Good. It's like living the old days again.
She turns around. Gaze falls on Shemaine.
Kumar, sister.
Sister. Sister.
Fleeting sneer appears on her lips. Calabona frowns deeply.
You looked much better in the realm. What did the Manus do to you?
I think she did this to herself, man.
The Manus?
Yeah.
Oh, they're fine. Helps me a lot. Impressive arcane skills, experiment apparatus, and food. Lots of food.
Oh, the slime. Following Kumar's fingertip, they see a pile of naan in the corner, which are under a layer of unknown insects. Not the slime.
These... Oh.
She get gooped
Seems
or no?
like she's no longer capable of commanding those wandering madness.
He would have panicked, but he's calm this time. He reminds Calabona in a whisper.
But the priority is to stop that star. We can deal with the rest.
The star? You're going to stop the comet. You are taking it from me. Again?
Kumar?
Kumar, who was absent-minded a second ago, seems to be triggered now. She suddenly pushes the two out with enormous strength.
I will never!
The confined space starts melting. Uh-oh, she's pulling the realm into reality? Is that what's happening? Yeah, it is. Fuck. The basement is no longer there. Astrology does to MMF. So the space opens up, unfolding before them like the vast universe. Nebulas are churning beneath their feet like a colorful, harmless mist. They give her supplies, but what does she eat Manus get out of it? I imagine they get to watch her bomb a city. I don't know. Like, they must have something. At the very least, maybe her research on the meditator realm? I don't know. Mara stands in the void, like standing in the middle of a grand stage.
I will never let anyone set their hands on it!
And instead she turns out like this. I think it's very interesting. A theme that I'm noticing, at least for our main characters, is kind of building up these own walls for yourself. Like, so Shemaine, back in the cave, right? His whole thing was he had these preconceived notions and all of these ideas about how he should be, how things should be, but at the end of the day, it's all just constructed in his mind. They're like limitations that he sets for himself, and eventually he learns to break through them, right? And then the same thing here with Kalabana. She's built up this image of Kumar, and like this entire story, we've been led to believe that Kumar is this hyper-intelligent, hyper-competent bad guy who has everything planned out, but at the end of the day, she's gone crazy, right? She's completely insane. Everything that Kalabana has been struggling with has just been something that she's constructed for herself, you know? I think that's a very, very cool theme to have, just sort of in the background. Alright, the new Stargazers. If the glamour of night shines as it always has. Wrong fucking button. Oh, this is only a fight. Right? Oh, no, it's not. There we go. The new Stargazers. Thanks.
I'm gonna throw up. It feels strange in here.
Jermaine feels his legs weaken, sinks to the floor.
Was that Master's face?
You can skip a shot there, right? I think so.
I can keep up.
It's hard to get used to it for the first time.
The rest of the room. Though panting unstably, Kalabana is still staring at Kumar, who has regained elegance in the realm.
I feel a lot better in here. I'm sorry, Kalabona. I don't think this body of mine can hold any longer for a more appropriate meeting in the real world. I'm glad you came back for me. What I said was indeed too harsh.
Kumar has turned back to herself.
Kumar, why do you have to? Look at you.
Oh, it's
Price is too high.
what she has to do to make the realm manifest. She has to give up her own vitality.
In the first instance, I did have other intentions. I kept imagining how my so-called parents would react when they were about to get crushed to pieces by the star.
Kumar was the MVP of this story, not gonna lie. Her motivations are something else, man, I swear. Like, it's hard, I find it hard to hate her, because, I don't know, she kind of...
They have already paid for what they've done.
I mean, I can understand why, it's just, you know, you're kind of nuking a village. Kumara casts a quick glance at her puking brother and looks back at Kalabana.
I worked myself to the bone. But who knew I would lose everything, including my purpose?
Yeah, see, exactly.
It really sucks.
Like, she's been trampled on by everyone at some point,
Just
right?
a minor setback.
At some point, she's gonna strike
what
back.
I've been through, it's not even worth mentioning. That's why I changed my mind. I want to see it.
I also like to imagine that they're having this really serious conversation and Shamani is just like dry heaving in the background very loudly.
To see it. The star we can't see with our eyes.
Seems like I was not very careful about my wording when my mind was clouded. It is a celestial body, Kalabona, not a star. It could even be a moving black hole.
She have crazy eyes right now. Mar lifts her palms like she has done so many times in Kalabana's inquisitive gaze and in the lecture hall of the university.
I'd rather you did this out of the hatred towards the people who abandoned you. Or even towards me. For I carelessly exposed my identity as an arcanist. And thus, you lost your...
I wish the same. I wish so badly that I could just be filled with pure
Shamani can't
hatred
handle it.
towards
No, he
someone.
can't. The man is struggling right now. Once again, Kumar looks at Shamaine. He still feels dizzy.
You're the lucky one, young brother. I was going to kick your butt in our last encounter, but I just couldn't do it.
She clearly still has empathy for the people she cares about. She just sucks at conveying it, man. And also, she's obsessed.
Banner University could get my name on the SCI list, but the Manus allows me to touch the universe. They are not that different to me.
Sister, Mother told me about this. You physically can't take such a great amount of arcanum in you. The Manus should also know this.
She doesn't care,
I
though.
appreciate that they remembered this about me. But this is the path I chose.
Kumar looks down at the swirling nebula.
When I look into the sky, I feel myself the freest being in the world. The universe. What a vast, life-embracing place it is. No matter if you're a arcanist or a human, even a grain of sand. It encompassed everything.
She wanted to destroy her family with the asteroid, but Shamaine took it away from her. I mean, at first, right, that was her first intention, but it seems like it shifted. It just kind of became this obsession with wanting to know, right?
But I was driven
Which is a
away
very
from
arcanist thing, kind of hyper-focusing the
abandoned by
one
my
thing.
own family for some insignificant, unimportant reasons.
Wait, missed some stuff here. Okay, yeah, she wanted to study the universe family matter.
Should have understood this earlier. That my struggle means nothing on this planet. I'm tired, Kalapona. Just want to see that celestial body with my own eyes.
But, Kumar?
Kalabana tries to stare into her eyes.
That's not how you look at a star. The telescope shouldn't be placed in a basement, and you shouldn't lower your head. Kumar, how long has it been since the last time you looked up at the night sky, at the other stars? What's more?
Kalabana looks grave.
If the star falls, people in the village, including those kids, none of them will survive.
I mean, they got him
The
out.
madness you summoned here has brought disaster to this place, to the people and their families. They are not the sacrifice of your wish. Stop heading down the wrong path, Kumar.
Weariness reigns over Kumar. She raises her eyebrows and shakes her head slowly as if nothing matters to her anymore. What? I mean, which
You know
one?
what? I don't care about them. Just like they've never cared about me, haven't they?
Kumar denies her like she did when Kalabana pitched a terrible research proposal.
Sorry. Please indulge me with one last willful act.
That's a pretty big willful act to indulge in, man. As Kamar raises her arms, the stars in the realm form a straight line.
This is the path I chose. And you can't stop me, Calabona.
Clear cracks come from the depths of the universe, one after another.
What?
What?
It's Matilda. They made it.
Willow's breaking in.
Hurry, quickly! You understand? Yes. That's what Miss Calabona taught me to do. But I can't see anything when my eyes are closed.
Oh, she's also a diviner, right?
Don't rely on the eyes. Hold this crystal and take a deep breath.
You have to fight. I have to do the fight? Oh, is there like lore stuff in the fight? Outside this. Oh, wait. Don't rely on the eyes. Hold this crystal and take a deep breath. The kids sit next to Matilda, forming an imperfect circle by the fire. Under the starry sky, the ones sitting by the fire take a deep breath and put their hands on a small idol.
To feel, what she say?
The change of the universe.
The starry sky is completely quiet. Yeah.
The meteor shower is starting earlier.
Oh no. Oh dear. Eight.
What did you do?
That's the method only once known between you and me, Kumar.
The fight is important. Sorry, okay.
The observation method.
Observation method.
You told others about the celestial egg? So what?
She stops herself. She's always the clever one.
I see. I see. You once pitched that research proposal to me.
An almost gratified look appears on her face.
You are indeed my best student, Calabona.
I finally understand why you asked me to keep it a secret. Even if we named it Egg, it's actually a projection of the universe, which has the same feature. The universe is infinite. As long as we observe it self-consciously, think each of ourselves as one of the centers of the universe. The egg will then collapse because of multiple centers, until it puts a quietus on everything, including that star.
Because the meditator realm is basically projection of a person's will, I guess, right? And the more wills you
A shattered mirror
introduce, the
will never
worse,
be pieced
the
together
more unstable
again,
it gets.
if there
right?
are enough forces to break it. Am I right? Then there was neither existence nor non-existence.
I don't know when
There was neither
the
the
fight
realm
it
of space
breaks for fight.
nor the sky beyond.
All the way around here, right?
Who could master these skills? Those old fogies in the village?
Nah, some French girl, bro.
A genius girl. And a bunch of kids who looked up at the stars.
Just like you and me in the beginning. Calabona's lips quietly move, but none of those words come out.
I'm sorry, Kumar. I have to. No, we have to stop you this time.
Yeah, fair enough.
I can't let you destroy more Pankh.
They are not enemies, at least for now. This is not a confrontation.
Or destroy yourself.
Well, I think it's a little late for that one. Alright, so this is going to be combat, and then... Oh, okay, good. I don't even have to... Alright, so I should do this still. Right, yeah, let's go back down to story mode. And we'll just bring we'll bring Marcus for this one.
I'll do my best.
Assuming it has dialogue for every phase, yes? Why is Shemaine in this fucking team? Oh, for trust. Alright, it's just 2 turns. Or
Brave decision.
This or this one?
Actually, no, let's do it this way. So we can get
Salute.
2 turns as well.
Let's shake hands. Salute. This book
There we
or
go.
this one?
Everyone has their own definition.
Take a closer
I'm
look.
assuming stacking debuffs and buffs is more preferable than just stacking buffs.
To read.
No, don't dilute the pool.
Oh, good for you.
Good for you. Alright. Avgus is the best 5-star sword. Yeah, I mean, he just passively buffs your stuff, right? Like, it's... He doesn't have to do anything. He's just there, man. Buff, debuff, and we'll just have Shemaine attack. It doesn't do any damage. Oh shit, I have to
Like
equalize the thing.
Metaphor?
Let's exit and redo it then. No, God, I am just on a roll today, aren't I? Let's try that again. Story 12, yes. And then we, where is it? Oh, this one. Yep. Should still be fine for the team, I think. Probably. Here we go. Alright. Attempt number 2. Let's do it.
I'll do my best.
Those 5 giant spheres, are they?
They're other worlds. They're other universes.
That's
Yeah. No.
Kumar, you.
Even the infortune may reverse what's irreversible.
Either do it quickly or hold her off. The realm will collapse once the observation starts. And I believe in Matilda.
Don't rush in. She seems to be waiting as well. She's accumulating power.
There's spheres.
The marks on her.
My child, as the nebula collapses, no watching eyes will survive the destruction.
Oh,
But
boy.
you should remember, it's not eyes that our observation relies on.
Let's see here. Debuff.
Your command.
I think this
Let's
doesn't
shake hands.
rely
Or
on
this
level.
one? This book?
Everyone has their own definition.
I think the mechanic is to kill little dudes first, right?
To read.
So you can, yeah, we can definitely circumvent
Time
that.
to turn the page. It
Ooh,
hurts.
don't like that. Nice. 1.
Easy lah.
Easy lah. 2.
Or this one.
Let's heal. We don't need to heal just yet. Let's give her something. The attack buff and refresh next turn.
I can't read it.
Hold on to that.
I'm gonna save Marcus's ult. No, she charges up quickly enough. Doesn't really matter. Oh, what was that?
Teaching others our method to see that star. You have really ruined everything this time.
Yep. Sounds about right. Yeah. Let's do it.
Easy lah.
Oh, I don't have a buff for her. Oh no, I do. 1, 2.
Salute! You can do this, Marcus.
Everyone has their own definition.
And then I think I should be able to get Marcus up to 5 for round 3, round 2.
Maybe now it's easier to understand.
Assuming this kills. It does, nice. Oh, when did you get Max Moxie? Holy shit. Oh no, I've ghost. Yes. Alright, don't need to recharge just yet. Just
Let's return this book or this one.
Hold on to that.
New friend.
Friend.
Like a metaphor? Great. No mistakes.
I don't know Shamane's mechanic. I know he can like loop his ult at least like once or twice. I don't know how to make that happen.
It hurts.
Ooh, she's doing damage now. I like that.
I didn't take advantage of you. You and I, we are very alike.
Cap. Let's see here. I think I might need to heal again. I'm getting kind of low. No. We'll just debuff here. That. And shove one of these in as well. We'll buff attack for Marcus's next
Are we really doing
next
this?
thing.
Give me a hand, friends. I can't do this alone.
Yeah.
To transcribe.
No damage. Oh. We're almost cracking. What does this thing do? Oh, why?
Why me? Why can't I study this? Why did you take it away?
Sister!
I only wanted to see that star. Why did you stop me? Why?
Yeah. The soundtrack isn't helping. It's really not. It's just making me sad. Activates the meditator's realm at a million plus 3 lower on attack. Okay, so we don't even need to activate this right now. I need one for him.
Salute!
Could have his ult up by next turn.
Great decision.
Will you be my friends too?
Oh, you'll be my friend too.
Maybe now
I
it's
think I should
easier to
have
understand.
Marcus's ult by next turn if I use Meditator Realm as well. Oh no, I should have used it this turn. Oh. She has ult. Are we fucked? Oh boy. Oh, we are so screwed. Oh no. I was expecting way more damage. Okay.
Did I miss something?
Though if Marcus dies, we might actually be screwed.
Pretending to be humans? We wouldn't have to waste time on this, right?
Let's pop this. No buffs up at the moment. Let's go ahead and pop this on. I don't even know, man.
At your command.
Copy that!
I don't. If I use this. What was his 5 versus his ult?
Alright, deep breath in.
I can get Marcus up. I can get her up regardless.
Are we really
Or
doing
after
this?
Everyone has their own definition.
Crickets and fireworks!
Give me a hand, friends. I can't do this alone.
Great. No mistakes.
Sticks. Purple, oh, let's go. That's just healing shit. Okay. Don't like that. What is Sparka? What is Alcazar do? Ooh,
It's
that's nice.
great
You like
to
that?
see you. You can do this, Marcus.
And then I guess we can just use this, right? And then drop one of the fucking these, I guess.
Easy lah. I hope you like it here, even if you want bad things.
I've never actually seen his ult before.
人生生黑媽媽睇得是命是暗，真係好得人驚啊
And now it's easier to understand.
If I can push it a little further, I have lost everything. I don't understand.
Yeah.
This is not bad.
I mean,
for a
she was
stretch.
gonna nuke a village. It had to be done. Neither day nor night. Every night before the inevitable breaking of dawn, we have to face an ending of this sort. Yep.
It's about to collapse. Got to go now.
What, the cave? Why?
Kumar!
Oh. She extends her arm as far as possible, reaching for that figure. A giant rock falls between them. Kumar is lost in her sight. Shabby basement has completely collapsed. Moonlight floats down through the ceiling that no longer exists.
Mr. Germain, you covered me.
He pats the dust off his shoulder.
I'm fine.
He looks in the other direction. Alabama follows his gaze and sees Kumar. Not this soundtrack, man, come on. Every time. A ragged woman with gray hair looks up slowly at the night sky. Several meteors are crossing the sky with glaring tails.
Her realm has gone, taking that falling star with it. Tonight, only the meteor shower will sparkle in the sky.
Kumar! Kumar!
Alabama, who is now also ragged, staggers towards the one staring at the night sky. She's haunted by an ominous feeling. Faster, even faster, get to her side like she used to.
Kumar!
Finally, Kalabana holds Kumar's hands.
I'm still here, Kumar. How about we go back first?
Go back?
Yes, go back to the institution, to the university.
I feel like that's not an option anymore. She cannot continue. Seems Kumar can no longer understand her words. She just frowns and stares at her in confusion. Suddenly, she relaxes her eyebrows and smiles while shaking her head.
There's no place I can go back to.
Yes, there is. You can stay at my place. You can use my lab. We can start over.
Sure.
Really? You will? Let's go then. Leave this place first.
I know how this ends. I already fucking know, man. There was no way to avoid those spoilers. Kalabona gets up quickly and holds Kumar's arms in hers. She drags Kumar to leave, seemingly afraid that Kumar may change her mind.
But there are some papers I need to take with me. Let go of my arm.
Yeah. Says Kumar behind Kalabona. Sounds quite relaxed.
Okay.
You know, apparently that's a thing with people who do the end thing, right? They just sort of relax at the end. Somehow, Kalabona dares not look back. She can only look up at Shamane's face.
Mr. Sharma, Kumar says
I
she'll
feel like she
come with
knows.
us. She just needs to take some papers.
I feel like she knows.
It won't take long.
He slowly shakes his head. Shamaine never feels this calm. He looks at his sister, but he feels he is looking at someone else. He is looking at a weary soul waiting for her final salvation. There it is again, salvation. She is his last kin, and he is going to respect her decision.
Then there was neither death nor immortality. There was neither day nor night. Everyone has a place to go back to. What a nice world to live in.
Kumar is familiar with the space, even if it's a ruin now. He reaches a corner and takes out a black gadget. It is the only item she has ever asked for Manus Vindicte. And now, for the second and last time, she places her hand on it.
I hope, when the universe constructs me for a second time, I will not come to this world again.
Yeah. Yep, there you go. She was clearly shooting shots into the air for, like, celebration. That's what that was. God damn. Yeah. Does Shamaine join us? Chandigarh Night Market.
Wow! So this is what Chandigarh look like. It's slay!
Hit slay. Oh.
What's this? Candy? This way! Come over here!
Damn. Yeah, Dan is right. Fuck me, man. The once rugged paths have turned into smooth roads. In this new city, the villagers still carry on their old customs. Candles have lit up every street for the new immigrants on this spring night.
Ah! So you're only in the systems. No wonder they made you go through so many procedures earlier.
That's a hell of a tonal whiplash.
So you was just rookie?
Shut up! I won't allow another word of it! Better be careful, otherwise you will regret your doings when you get to the foundation.
Oh, so they just decided to join. Alright. Works.
Did you just make a face to me? Stop right there! Arrête!
Miss Sherja and Mr. Sharma.
Oh, Miss Foundation member. I knew what she was going to do. The last stream created by the Protective Spirit. Yeah. Oh, from the last stream. Oh. Is that what the fucking elephant is that he keeps mentioning? So I've been wondering about that. Miss Sherja, Miss Sharma.
Thank you so much for helping our staff.
Stop.
You flatter me. I just...
Like
did
Sherja
what I
didn't
could.
really do much in terms of like narrative.
No, madam. We've ascertained your achievement.
Like she
Before this
existed
incident,
for
you
Conjura,
volunteered to help over
basically.
10 arcanists and human children. And this time, you rescued more than 30 arcanists.
That's remarkable, madam.
The town was 30 people, really? The woman in the Foundation uniform seems to be smiling at Sherja and passes over a grey envelope.
What's this? A letter of introduction to the St. Pavlov Foundation.
She is human. They like those better.
I'm sure you know our branch in Chandigarh is already under construction. Such a responsible and caring human member like you will be very welcome. Please do consider this opportunity.
Yes, the elephant is the spirit that protects his family and the one that took his hand as he ran away. Yeah, okay. I was wondering about that. I thought he was like communing with Odd or something, but if it's a protective, like, familial deity, that makes a little bit more sense. Foundation member rummages through the materials in her hand.
According to the record, there's one more arcanist who also provided help for us in this mission. So, where is Miss Calabona?
Probably crying her eyes out, man.
Oh, she's...
Sherja turns around. Anjira is gone too.
That's weird.
It's weird.
Oh.
She suddenly realizes something.
I think it's not a good time for her.
Yeah, I would say so. Least problematic family dynamic. One is borderline insane, the other is half normal. Half normal. The man lives in the mountains and, like, talks to bears. I don't know if that counts, man.
They will be back after the meteor shower.
Is it time skip? I feel like
Meteor shower! So many of theirs the news mention. I wish I can have my stomach full every day when I go school.
Laisse moi être une détective, ne serait-ce que pour une fois.
Let me be an investigator even for
people,
once.
don't be greedy. One wish only.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Was the first? No, okay, no, it's not. It's not. I was thinking the first scene was just the last scene, but this is a place she knows.
Alvida, Kumar.
Goodbye, Kumar. Another day, another doomed. Yeah, I think they're just doomed in general, man. Alright, that was wild. Okay. How much size for this game? I believe on desktop it's 7 gigs. I can actually check. Give me one moment. Apps. It shows me the launcher. I believe it's 7 gigs. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. On mobile, it's probably like 2 or 3. I haven't actually checked on mobile. Wow. Okay. So I did know about Kumar's End. Because you really couldn't avoid that one. That one was everywhere. I mean, it makes sense, right? She basically gave up everything. And then it all fell apart. Like, what else is she supposed to do at that point? I don't know. I feel like this all could have been avoided. Mass, you wanna share? Yes, right, Mass, you wanna share something? What you got going on? Or find something else, but Battlefield related. Ooh, oh. There we go. Come on, RE19, Matt Pat, yeah. The spirit was haunting him with dreams about his family and fire, and after him, what changed the spirit said it will leave because it's no longer him from the past. I still don't understand why they're mad. Yeah, I think it's because, the Management Fae helped her become powerful. Mario. Oh yeah, so the spirit thing. I think that's the whole point, right? Because Shamane, like for all the characters, it's basically them leaving all these things that are tying them down behind. You know, kind of like with Shamane, his past, his connections and his guilt with his family, and then with Kalabona, her connections and ties to Kumar. It's all about kind of moving past them, I guess. And the spirit deciding, okay, you don't need me anymore, is kind of the culmination of that. Manus Vindicte helped her become... Yeah, so narratively, the Manus Vindicte kind of gave her the means to do her thing, right? To blow up the world. 7 gigabytes on my phone with only English pack, just check. Okay, so I guess it's the same quote. Lilia's 5-star Psycube, low-key cooking. I don't know what her Psycube actually does. And I don't have a Lilia, which is very frustrating, because she's also a follow-up attacker. But think about when in a battle, the carrier gains damage taken minus 5% at the start of each round. Oh, stacking damage, huh? So, okay, so maximum 12%. Who knows what it is at max? Yeah, I could see that being good. Especially for Lilia, right? Because... no, Lilia does extra attacks. I don't know. I feel like that it's just a straight up 12% after 4 rounds. It's pretty good. I don't really have a point of comparison, though. I'm not good with the mechanics of this game. I need to burn stamina. I'll do that later. I need to burn stamina so I can complete these fucking anecdote things. We have 5 days. It's fine. More Pankh, man. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this story very much. I feel like this one was very, like, despite everything that was going on, this was very much more of a, internal conflict kind of story, I felt. Because, like, ultimately the things they're fighting are, like, their perceptions of the world and their own, like, inner struggles. The meteor was just kind of a means to, you know, give that a form, like manifest it as a theme or something, I feel like. So this is definitely more of an introspective chapter, in my opinion. The max is 32% attack, but that's a huge buff, holy shit. Does it even show? Because I don't think it shows here. Oh no, here you go. Duh. 8 times 3 is 24%. Plus the 8. 32 total. Yeah. Actually, no, this is attack percent bonus. This is damage bonus, so I don't know if that's calculated differently. Same, I just pulled for a P5 juice, so I don't have to worry about the mechanics. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You just... I can't play this game. I'm bad at this game, man. You've seen me pick cards. I always pick the worst possible ones. I need to do this. I'll do this later. There's 5 days on it. We're fine. Alright. I enjoyed that very much. Yenisei received a message in a bottle returned by Zima. Man, sending messages out. It's so sad. Just go somewhere, dude. What's this? Boons of the Full Moon. Chronicled in ancient legends, a powerful female Octavius used this potion to ascend the moon over 2,000 years ago. Oh, Kaguya. Do you discover this formula could eventually lead to groundbreaking advancements in science and technology? We're on the day of the Mid-Autumn Festival to obtain this thing. Oh. Oh, this is a festival, I guess. That's done. I haven't done Limbo in ages. Okay. I think I am gonna call it for the night, or the morning at this point. We ended a lot sooner than I thought. I was expecting to go to like 7 or something. From your videos, it's so clear that you're playing this game for us. I enjoy the story very much. Like, don't get me wrong, the gameplay is good, I'm just bad at it. I think as far as like turn-based RPGs go, this is one of the better ones. Like when you consider that the competition is Fate Grand Order, which hasn't changed its formula in like the last decade. Like, this is very refreshing, you know?
Finally, some interesting work.
Plus, I mean, the character design is so nice. Like, it's very nice when the game doesn't have to lean into like fan service or gimmicks to make people like characters, you know? I mean, it still does. I mean, Lucy exists, right? But I mean, it's not the primary focus, which I'm okay with.
Now it's easier to understand.
Story requirements, someone dying, main characters include, yeah, technically getting reversed isn't dying, right? Because they might come back. Huge cope, they might come back. If we return to a time period in which they existed. Alright, I think I'm gonna call that for tonight. I have work not nearly as early as usual, so I get some sleep, but I should probably call it for now. Thank you all for coming in. I am going to try to get recording done for the Storm video, the second part of the Storm video, which I've been promising would come out at some point. Needs to, like, I need to actually get work done on that, so that'll come out maybe, hopefully within a week, maybe longer. I don't know, I shouldn't set deadlines for myself. But for now, goodbye, thank you for coming in.